It's the liquor of ages, the tonic of conquerors. Find your spark. Gin and tonic, making men into giants since 1857.
Open your mind. Wide. Wider. Wider still. More, please. There now. Awaken to the peculiar, and never shall you be bored again. This announcement brought to you by...
Hey everybody, welcome back, or I should say I'm back, or however you want to say that. And no, it is not snowing, and I do not have dandruff, obviously, but I did get sunburnt in Kauai, so if you see any sort of a snow-covered scalp persuasion, that's what it is due to this new HD love. Hey, good to see everybody. It's been a while. Shabraz, little fight, T-Core. All right. Yeah, I investigated the error a little bit. There was only one switch that I could zig instead of zag. I did it, and so it looks like that might have fixed it. Just a latency thing. Anyway, so I've been on this kick of the Death Touch deck again. I placed in the top 20 a few weeks back with a similar list. What I changed this time, a little bit of the mana, a lot of the deck. I got rid of Pestermite because Pestermite, it was, as Ted was saying the other night, it was a very big win more card once I already had the combo set up, which the combo is, any sort of poison creature with a longbow on it, and it's just death on a stick. But I also wanted another phase, so I kind of took a page from Delver and went with the Miscreant package, allowing me to turn on Ninja, which made me play a 4th copy. So we have 19 lands, 3 barrens, 1 forest. What is this? 7 islands, 3 seats, 4 Thornwood Falls, and 1 Tree of Tales. The artifact lands are able to be fetched in a pinch. I upped the count of Seat of Synod just because it was just something that was coming up often. I needed one more ability to be able to turn on Counterspell. I cut the Dispels to 3 and the Murasas to 3. A lot of deck purists out there will be happy with that. In our sideboard, though, we've got 3 Hydroblast, 1 Macabre, just because we have 4 Pulse of Murasa access, 2 Tranquilities, the last Pulse of Murasa, Terrifying Presence, best tech in the deck. Been over this many times, but if you're new to it, prevents all the combat damage except for 1 creature. So they attack with 10 things. You block with your 1, your guy lives and kills something, and the fog still happens. And 3 Serrated Arrows for kind of a catch-all with Tribe and Delver and such, and 1 Relic. This has good game against Tron. I will say up front, we do not want to see elves. I just started, or I should say I stopped trying to beat it because I just can't. They have to draw bad. We have to have really everything we need, and good to go there. Nim Chimsky's in the house. Let me catch up on the chat here. There's for me, there's a sound issue. Oh, good. All right. Yeah, you guys are scaring me. I think it's supposed to be all set, but yeah. So I went to Kauai for about the 3rd time? 2nd time, something like that, and I had a great time with my friends. I actually had some cool footage. I don't have it ready for the show today, unfortunately, though. I shared it on Facebook, though, but I'll probably be doing something with it sooner. Yeah, about the only sound issue you might have, my pop filter is gone, so I'll try to back off the mic a little bit here. I did this for a few years, or for about a year this way, but of course, the minute the show starts, the little structure that I had holding it in place, which was just kind of glorified packing tape, always works best, right? Fell off, so I'll try to stay away from the peas. So anyway, bonus chickens in the house. All right. So yeah, I'm sitting there, looking in the mirror this morning. I'm like, good God, what's wrong with my head? And I forgot I covered up my head the entire time I was gone, except for the very last day. I was standing in the shade and it was overcast, but boy, that light temperature still hits you when it's overcast, and I was out there a little too long. So all right, well, we're going to keep this because we've got Preordain access, and our mana is going to be a little skimpy, but it's at least right. Yes, Flash Gordon, that's right. Yeah, it's probably, I think, is this or White Infector is always the most requested deck, so it is fun to watch. Just I had to yield to the hive mind of simplicity and non-confusion and go with UG Death Touch when I named it again. So sometimes my names get a little too cutesy off to the side, and I'm like, what the hell did I mean by that? Especially if I've had 1 or 2 glasses. Gets a little sticky. Okay. Well, we don't have a ninja. I'm going to favor Preordain over this, but before I do, I'm going to go get an island. Thundercats. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were coming up with all kinds of good names. Yeah, it'd be a pretty confusing world if everybody named decks the way I'd like to, but as I move forward, I'm trying to... I'm thinking we're maybe against burn, so I think Preordain's better here. If I find the ninja or another one. Okay, our mana's going to be all right. Let's throw this on the bottom. We don't even have green yet. I'll draw another, make sure to hit our land drop. That way we can at least defend the Miscreant next turn. So, yeah, I've been having really close games with Stompy, but I just get trounced by elves. But surprisingly, this has a lot of game against... It is burn, okay. Or maybe it's some sort of a burn style. But yeah, I just, you know, outside of Fade Away or really well-timed Sandstorms, or adding a color. I mean, we've got Trinket Mage and stuff, but it would just, you'd have to just go all in to beat 1 out of like the 20 decks. It's like, you know what, if we see elves today, we're just going to scoop. So that's all there is to it. We'll play this out. We will sit back on the Miscreant here. Hopefully we can... yeah, I'll hold the Counterspell back just in case we don't have any removal out yet. In case one of the Amplifier dudes come out, the Alchemist or the Archer, I'm going to want to deal with that. Since we can't deal with it, we're going to have to use our Counterspell. Come on, opponent. Screw up, because God knows I will. Flash! Ah, yes. Thundercats are on the loose again. Yeah, it's a Syscom. I think... I just grew into the deck just trying to force it through for the last few years. In fact, one of our breaks from the episode 2 of the original Pauperganda series, we have our resident in crime, Littlefite, doing our deck tech on the Simic advanced deck list, which is one of the... actually, this existed a little bit first, but it's kind of just a different take on that. So, double amplifier, huh? That's a lot of damage. I'm gonna counter that. I don't want to get shocked every single turn. 1 more mana out there. I think he's relying on a needle drop here. So, and always want to tap your artifact lands. Not so much in the first game, but the games 2 and 3, they tend to be the first thing that people target and kill. I'll throw this on the bottom. Sure, we'll get a Murasa against burn. This is when we really wish we did have multiples, right? And I think I'm just going to zap back the Ash Barrens. Fix our mana up right, unless he Dispel comes into play here. You know what? I think the better play here is Longbow. We're at 19. We're not hurting too bad yet for life. So anyway, how's everybody been, man? It's been like 3 weeks, so had a nice long time off. I won the other day with when did I get I got a 5-0 finally with the deck I made. The one that was like that Methodical was... God, I'm drawing a blank. Rallygon, yeah. So had a nice outing with that. And then I spent about a week trying to tweak it. We might go over that. Damn. All right, there's the amplifier. Spent about a week after that trying my best to make it, to cut green out of it, and the combo, obviously. Just make it a very linear deck. And it had some success and a lot of failures. Wow. Boy, this is some amplification city. Maybe we'll need that Pulse of Murasa. If I could go back in time, of course, I'm just going to equip the fairy and zap that thing before I start getting hit. So, no winter stories down here. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but I'm not going to yield to that. There are times when you want to do the opposite. Okay, that's enough lands, please. Let's go like this. I'm just going to kill this amplifier now. Kind of a weird move, but he's got that like really long-term patient burn draw going on. It's got me worried, even with Pulse of Murasa in our hands, getting shocked every single turn. So, oh, that's right. Sorry about that. Syscoms, I forgot. It's been a while. So, come on. Where are these instants this deck's known for? I want to see some of these. Yeah, like I said, just getting... Jeez, man, we better get some heat here quick. I don't really have a way of dealing with that outside of my sideboard and the Hydroblasts. That is a burly draw. Finally, I can use this thing. Let's stop that. Come on, try to Fire Blast me. Man, we're taking 3 a turn no matter what. We can only deliver 1 at this point. Yikes. This is going to start hurting badly. Well, let's go get our Ash Barrens. And we'll cycle both of them if we have to. I want to cycle 1 now so I can play a land. We don't really have any retrace outlets. I messed around in theory with it, but just bluff that we've got a counterspell here. This isn't really going to do anything. I might as well sit back because I can just ping anyway, and if another archer comes down, we've got that. So, yeah, 4 curses in what, the first 13? That's pretty nice. We can't do nothing there. Thank God for Murasa. That'll give us 2 turns. Alright, I'll go like this. And a little fight. What happened last night? When you logged on, we were about to play, and then did you faint? Did you pass out? Couldn't get another. Boy, bad time to get screwed here. Let's cycle this. Never know when we'll need this. I don't want to let them know that we drew a forest. I'd rather stay in the dark about that. We'll go like that. Yeah, Kauai was a lot more relaxed this time because we'd been there as a family already, so we were able to just kind of chill a lot. Some of you might have saw on Facebook, my wife caught us playing Magic on the patio in the morning. That was pretty fun. Not the amplifier I want. Pretty sure we are dead dogs here. I mean, somebody's got to lose. Fortunately, it's going to be us if this keeps up. The biggest, oh my gosh, goodness. The biggest drawback to this deck, and I can't really do much about it without fundamentally changing it. I've thought of maybe hooting mandrills, is just to have more meat, or the suspend guy that's a 5/5 or stuff like that. I've thought, or the Errant Apherion, or however you say that, the 4/4 flyer that suspends for like 15,000 turns. It feels like it's very hard for me to play that card with my impatience. So Little Fight says, went in and talked to Sean. We talked about 15 minutes, woke up in his bed. I've had that. Yeah, it's a new setting on Twitch that's supposedly supposed to help with that. The only problem was I was very curious if it was going to cause issues with yeah, I'm just gonna get eaten up by those. Put a big L on that one. I was just a little worried if there's any sort of hit in the video quality, but so far so good. Don't think there will be. Obviously, Hydroblasts are going to come in, as is our Pulse of Murasa. Going to take out the Relic. Dispels are good. Ninja's pretty good in this matchup. Could probably lose 1 though. Trinket Mage isn't so needed here. Our combo is good, but it's not great. Going to take that out. Try to lower our curve a bit. That being said, our package there, we need to lose 1 more. I'm actually thinking of losing one of the longbows. He's probably got Artifact Destruction, but I think if he's playing it right, that'll actually target our lands more than it will us. So without further ado, I'm going to go forward through this. Oh, Tranquility, tempting? Yeah, it would be, huh? That's maybe just one of them though. But what to lose? Maybe a Viper. Let's go like this and hope for the best. I tend to be pretty good even odds against burn, but that's usually when my opponent doesn't have all 4 curses on the first 4 turns. That was pretty insane. Yes, I want to play first, and I'll keep this. We've got Murasa. We've got our land right. We've got Preordain to fix stuff later. Hopefully we can find a open this up, a little screen real estate there. Here we go. And boom, come on, let's find a ninja next. I know we took one out, but gotta make room for the hate. I'm glad that we don't have any artifact lands. Hopefully he's got like 3 of those smashed to smithereens and can't do anything with them. Let's see here. Hey, better lucky than good. Of course, it's probably going to meet with a Searing Blaze, but at least it'll turn into a card. It's been a while since I played without sound. I always forget what a audio person I am. I always wait for my cues, and I'm like, oh, wait, it's my turn. Yeah. So, yeah, we noticed some severe drop-off, obviously, in our numbers the last few months just because of that issue that Twitch started having, and then it just was on my end for a while because I just didn't know what the hell to do with it. But that's going to be a problem. Fire Sling, I love this card. Nobody plays it it's a really good card. But I would argue if you're going to play this or before you buy it, just play Goblin. Wait, no. The Goblin Sparkcaster can't target people, so that's true for a burn deck. That's pretty sweet there. Huh. Well, this is interesting. Well, better that than me, right? Let's cycle. You know what? Let's draw first. I'm not going to block that till probably next turn. We're going to have lots of Murasa targets with these lands and our fairies dying left and right, probably. Whoosh. He's got to hate not being able to block that. It's like, damn it. Look at 2 Lavamancer. Yeah, I'm always wondering why people don't play more of that. We're all right on that angle. Let me cycle this. Actually, for blue, I'll get green next. I want to get out both the Faes here just to, well, to draw the cards, really. He's got an Electricity. That'll suck. He'll be able to ping the ninja and then wipe the board. But if he's brought in Electricity, it's going to give us a lot of time. Let's draw a card. We got a nice counter. Now we've got some threats. Now we're the one doing 4 on the board. Remember, every time he activates that, he's going to be hitting himself. So we'll be able to Murasa stuff back. So Murasa is going to act as a gain 6 life, draw a card if all goes according to plan, which it never does when I'm twitching. But when I'm offline, it seems to work pretty good. You know, you just can't help what you like in life, right? It goes for diet, goes for taste and mates, goes for magic decks, and it's very true of me. This one I'm very into. All right. I wish this was like a Kombaji Witches effect, because that's always fun. When I always kind of scratch my head when people play the Witches and they have like 1/1s or like the what do you call this? The Hypnotic Spectre 2/1 person out. It just trips me out. Thank you for that, Mr. Ash81. I appreciate the love there. Let's go get us a forest, thin out our deck before we probably trade with a Firebrand Archer. I hope so. I hope they want to do that move. That would be awesome. Let's trade. Come on, baby. If not, I think we're just going to grab a mage and go get our poison package. Good thing against burn, most of their stuff only has 1, and we don't really need the poison dudes to show up. Plus, we probably got our opponent on a little bit of a what the hell is this guy playing sort of mindset. Unless he's knows about Pauperganda. That'd be pretty funny. It is funny how often I'm getting noticed lately. I think it's more of a drawback than anything as far as my game records go, but it's very flattering and fun to see that some of the stuff is working. Ooh, man, this is tough. We've got a Dispel and a Sprite. Of course, he's got the Fire Slinger, but the trigger will still happen for the other Miscreants. Wonder what we should do here, guys. Boy, there's a lot of plays here. We've already played a land. I guess we could wait. We could mage now. Have a good blocker. I'm going to mage now. Be at what it is. I don't want to have extra free damage there. I want him to have to maybe try to use that on something he doesn't need. And if he doesn't, we've got another hard hitter next turn. And the threat of the longbow might force the trade with the archer anyway. So that's my logic. I agree, little fight. All right. Yeah, check this card out if you don't have it in your collection. It's a good one. So is a Granger Guild Mage, if somebody could bring that up. Fun18, good to see you. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Ooh, we got the amplifiers out. Okay, it's almost time to sit on these counter spells and dispels and try to make this guy trade. He hasn't really activated his Fire Slinger much. There he is. That's another one I don't think is being played enough. Put that with the Fire Slinger. That might be a pretty cool thing. Get the Vithian Stingers going online. One of you out there I ran into beat the socks off of me with an Avarax deck. It was an all-red deck. Kind of a mid-range, get rid of everything like my RG Tempo, but it was just solid red. And then it had that consistency of being able to just go for it with the Avarax, just because it's a 3/3 that you can pump with haste. Costs 5. 2 red and a 3. And maybe somebody can bring that up too. I'd appreciate it there. And but it comes at you like an Aurochs, where it's just like, okay, well, if you do without one, he just got another one, then another one, then another. So it was really clunky, and like you just kind of look at it like, yeah, but boy, made me think like maybe Little Fight's mid-range burn deck or something like that might find a nice home for that. It's a nice finisher, and then when you're flooded, you just start pumping mana into it, and you're hitting for a lot more than that. So, all right, well, this is a problem because I don't have. I mean, I'd have to invest all of my mana this turn just to do that. Of course, I could Murasa up a Barrens. Let's attack first. Ask questions later. Yeah, I could do that. If nothing happens here, I think the play is going to be we're going to want to Trinket into a Seed of Synod and then stay back on the Counterspell logic. Is he going to block? Please block. No. Okay. 2 amplifiers out. Come on, just be a land and I can change my point of view. No. Okay. Well, all right. So Spellstutter Sprite's ability will still go on the stack if he kills it, and there'll be 1 fairy out. So that could. This is kind of like it's kind of a nice package, but I want to be able to block something too here. I guess I still can if I Murasa. I Murasa to this. I could Murasa to that. No, I don't like that play. I'm going to Trinket, keep the blockers at bay, get a seat. Then I've still got the options. What have you missed? We got trounced by a quadruple curse draw the very first game. There was no coming back from that despite how many Murasas we've got. And then this is game 2, so you haven't missed much. All right, next turn I promise I will Murasa. I hate getting in about the 10 range, but he does only have 2 cards. But man, these double amplifiers, that's going to be nasty. And we're not going to be taking Firebrand Archer damage. That's the problem. It's like, all right. Boy, I know this feels weird, but I think I'm going to get rid of a Preordain. I already got 1. Got quite a bit of counter magic here. Wow. Well, if I counter that and then a Fire Blast hits me to the dome for 6, that's triple. God, that turns everything on again. What do you guys think? Do I have to counter this? I think I got to counter this, right? It's got 2 cards. We're going to assume one of them's a Fire Blast. Yeah, I just hate that I have to use my hard counter on it, but oh well. Maybe he's got Pyro. Yeah, I lean in that way. I just want to make sure that the my buddies behind me got my back or aren't scratching their heads going, who's this crazy guy? Brigadier Bruce. Nice. Come on, Nailbiter. Let me open this up with Murasa Love. Nice discipline on our opponent's part, not blocking the ninja. I think I would have a long time ago. I just hate the idea when people have an active ninja. It's like, get rid of it at all costs. Kill it. It's pretty funny in Kauai. We went on this really epic hike. It was only 6 miles, but it was like jungle, 45-degree angle slopes, and never sweated so much in my life. But at the end, there's this vista point that you're supposed to achieve. And this place is just notorious for it being foggy. And it was. We could probably see no more than 50 feet out. So I went on Google Image and saw what I missed. But I actually, looking back, I really preferred it because it was like overcast and drizzling on us the whole time. And just a really, I mean, when you're out there really exerting yourself like that, it was so nice to, you know, kind of stay hydrated on your skin at least. Burn with not much burn. I know this is looking kind of strange here. Ooh, this is scary. He's hitting us. All right. Amplification time. All right. And these are, man, that's like a Fire Blast right there. Ouch. And he refills his hand. Ooh-wee. Gonna suck if I start off with a loss against Burn. I mean, Elves, yeah, we're gonna lose, but Burn got about a 60%. I mean, look at our hand. We just gotta It's just sometimes if you time Murasa's wrong, you just sit there with the win in your hand and you're like, damn it. Okay, I think if he attacks here, we're going to be in big trouble because that means he's using maths, right? Inside Pauperganda joke. Yes, I did say math plural. All right, I am not going. Oh, God, I'm so glad to see that Tree of Tails. All right. Well, I can block that, hit that, do that. 1, 2, 3 will still give me that. That'll give me that. Attack! Bring out a trinket from the graveyard. Already played our land. Boy, I might just want to sit back on. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll hold 1, not 2. Yes, I want to use the ability. Now he's at 2 life. 1, 2, 3. We already played a land. Well, the Miscreant's a fun play here, isn't it? Got Miscreant or Trinket Mage. We already drew the Trinket Mage. Yeah, I'm thinking Miscreant now. I've got to Dispel back up. Let's draw that. That'll draw us a card too. And we've got lethal if he doesn't kill it. 15 enough? Or should I sit on Murasa and really rub it in at 21? I'll play Miscreant. We do have answers here. Hopefully we'll draw some more. Alright, there we go. I know, fun 18. I just like to think out loud a lot of my bad ideas. I'm a cruel bastard deep down. Sometimes when I've got like triple Murasa against burn, I like sometimes to just like eat it. It's just like, how you like this? Just keep going at it. That Fire Slinger is quite the liability now. I was raving about it, but it can be a bit of a problem too. So, ooh, he's going for it. This is a scary play. What does he have? Must have a lot. Well, our fairy's going to open stuff up here. He could have Electrickery. I could draw into Electrickery. Can't believe that thing does 3 with those archers out. That is nuts. Alright. Sprite or no? Yeah, I'm leaning towards this. Just, oh man, those amplifiers are scaring the crap out of me. I'm just worried that he's trying to get a land to turn on, you know what, the landfall one, but I guess we'll have that one set. Yeah, I know that's the right thing to do, but my spider senses being around burn when you're at like 10 life, it's like, yoza. So let's assume he's got Fire Blast in hand. Well, he's dead next turn no matter what, and that's not going to kill us. A double attack isn't going to kill us. Fire Blast may kill us. We're going to let that through. Where's the Fire Blast? Fire Blast for 6. There she blows. Let's do that. Patience, it's a wonderful thing. Sometimes I have a little bit of it. Alright, 1 and 1 off to game 3. That's how that's supposed to go. Wish we had a little bit more life at the end there. Man, those amplifiers. You're right, it's like burnless burn sometimes, the way this guy's been drawing the curses and such. I think we're pretty well set. I don't want to see 2 longbows, but I did like seeing the one, even though it never became irrelevant. Yeah. All right, well, anybody got any objections to how we had boarded before? I think we're fine. Artifact lands are for the Trinket Mage. We have 4 of them, and we're able to fetch them in a pinch. And, you know, in the rare case, you run up against Wretched Mind or, what's the other? Yeah, that's really about it. Just, it treats Trinket Mage like, you know, one of those Woodland Rangers or something like that. So makes it feel like one color most of the time. Been really happy with the mana. I went over Methodical sent an alternate idea to me just the other night. I asked him for some tips, sent him the shell without any mana, and asked him like, how would you build this? And it's pretty cool seeing where he went with that. Now, but it's a bit of a liability in games 2 and 3 when you have hands like this. So we are going to keep this, but it'd be nice to just get a pure island. It's also good against river boas with Stompy. Sometimes you can keep your islands up, and they okay. What did he? Oh, he must have. All right, well, that'll be a short one. He must have. I saw him mold a 5, but well, with that being said, let's run over to the thing while we're waiting for our next guest, since we've got a few latecomers here. We'll go over the tech. Yeah, this used to run Pestermite, and Pestermite was able to untap the combo of this with this or this with this and ping things twice, but it was just turning into a win more, and I wanted to lower the curve and make Ninja a more relevant piece. So I made this 4, brought in the Miscreant package, now with the sprites, 4 counterspells, 3 dispels. It plays pretty control-y. We're able to, what's really nasty, hopefully we'll see it today, is when you Pulse of Murasa for a Spellstutter Sprite to counter a spell. That's good times. Very good times. But yeah, like I said, outside of what was it? When I play elves, it was just like, you know, unless I'm gonna make room for 4 fadeaways in my sideboard, and even then, it's not, you know, can sometimes not be enough. So these are the kind of hands you hate. We're on the play. We've got to give this away. If this was blue, we might keep it. But being that it's a forest, we're going to mulligan this. It's only 1 in the deck. Oh, and we'll mulligan again. But hey, we've got Preordains for a reason. Let's just hope. Oh, God, this is... I was just saying how the mana is really nice. Okay, we'll keep this. And yes, we'll put this on top. Why did I do that when we're going to do this? Because we want to draw it. Have a play at least. All right, we'll say, since we have 2 of them now, I want to make sure we hit our second one, but we don't need more than that. Man, that was an ugly start. No, I moved 1 Deshaun McCown about the 4 dispels. I do miss it sometimes. There are definite matchups, but it wasn't that I didn't want it. It was just I had to make room for those for the dispels there. So, all right. And darn it, you know, this is a pretty darn good matchup if I don't mulligan a 4. Be nice to have the deck go off real smoothly in one of these games, because if we get ninja'd here, I'm going to be really antsy. Boink. Here it comes, just like what we just did. We had a fun little game night with the family the other night. My oldest has his first official, like, real serious girlfriend, so her dad's pretty cool. We get along great. Very similar, likes UFC stuff, and so, but they don't know pretty much anything about games, like board games. And so this is quite the house to be for that. So we introduced them to the Great Dalmoody, Settlers of Catan, Deflection, Polarity Magnet game that I like a lot. There's they were pretty glazed over. I think I overdid it. I was going about 200 miles an hour when about 40 miles an hour was the temperature of the room. So yeah, Settlers is good. Just Settlers though. A lot of the expansion stuff I think gets a little clunky. Not the biggest fan of the expansion stuff, but I love the core game. Hexenrude, good to see you. Haven't played the Great Dalmoody in eons. Oh my god, that's like all we did in Kauai. It was like we had really good rum, and then we had oh, I better write down what I'm playing against here. I mean, this is like the best deck in the format, and I'm just telling stories and not paying attention. Delver. But yeah, we played Dalmoody almost every single night. It was a group of about 10 of us staying in this really big place. All our own, but we had like one community room, and so it was just like pour the rum and play Dalmoody. It's a really good combination. The Seafarers expansion, yeah, I've got all the expansions. I just I don't know. I think it's kind of like the problem is probably me, being that I don't like multiplayer Magic, but I love one-on-one Magic, and so I don't know. Just doesn't feel necessary to me, but. Oh yeah, T-Core, once you mix it, you can't separate it. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to get out of this. Dude's probably sitting on like, well, now at least one counter spell for whatever we do with our access to green. Pulse might be interesting. But he's probably got a Lightning Bolt or 3, some Scred for our Deadly Recluse. You've got a good group and good rum. I highly recommend Avalon. Oh, interesting. That one I don't even know. Can you send, David, can you send that to pauperganda@gmail.com, like a link to what it is? Because hours from now I'm going to forget, and that does not ring a bell, so I'm really curious what that is. All right, well, you know what kind of sucks here? We've got 3 mana and he's got 2 Fae, so you know he's just itching to play that Spellstutter Sprite, and I wish I could make him pay for it by dropping a 3 mana spell and then throwing a bow behind it, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Recluse is interesting. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play Recluse here. If it gets countered, we'll at least have something to get. I don't think we're winning this game, guys. I don't have any delusions about that. Well, I don't know why I paid 1 more mana. That's not like we've got Counterspell backup. Hey, maybe it made the spell go through. He's like, what's he playing? It's like, nope. He's just got a Lightning Bolt or something. Carcassonne, yes, that's one of my other favorites. We play that a lot. I love it. My family, not so much. One of the other really good ones, and I thought it was so boring when I first heard about it, is the Ticket to Ride. Those are really, really... all of the expansions I recommend on that one, because you actually get like a geography lesson when you play it, and each one's just a little bit different. There's some tunnels in one of them. I mean, it sounds boring, like trains. It's like, who the hell cares about that? But really, really neat game design, and that's the exception. The expansions in that one make a lot of sense, and they're just it's very just very well thought out. Pretty pricey, but heck, we liked it so much. We got all 3. We got Europe, Asia, and the Americas. I think that's about it. All right. Well, we've still got that problem. This stage, I'm going to play this. I think I'm going to go get a green source if it's allowed here. If I don't get a Spellstutter Sprite in the face, which I'm pretty sure is what's going to happen. There it is. We can't win from here, guys. We're going to do what we did in the first round, too, and scoop and play another day. Here we go. It's frustrating when you design against a deck. I'm sure you've all been there, and you know you're kind of set, and you're like, hey, this is a pretty good matchup, and then you know you go down to 4 cards, and they got like the nuts there. So obviously all of the arrows are coming in here. We can get rid of our relic, but after that things get a little more confusing. I like the 3 pulses. 4 is a little too much. Might be able to cut to 2. Let's turn that into a we will. So now then, the only thing you might keep Relic in against Izzet Delver is if we showed them a lot of ground critters, they might bring in their Swirling Sandstorm, but we've got counter magic for that, and I just don't think it's worth it there. So Trinket seems slow, yeah, but it blocks and kills ninjas all day long. It fixes our mana and it gets our combo. I might cut 1. That's why the previous version of this had 4 Pestermites and 3 ninjas, and I was like, yeah, that just didn't feel right. Like I said, when you've got the combo online, it was great, but it's like, well, you're already winning at that point. So outside of some neat little mana tricks and depriving Tron, which is already kind of a good matchup, there wasn't too much there. So Manifold, good to see you too. Thank you for chiming in. Yeah, I guess I'll follow the advice of the crowd. We'll go with that and go from here. Yeah, Terrifying Presence is still some of my favorite tech I've ever come up with. It's a fog, except for 1 creature. Oh, and that creature has Death Touch. Bye-bye, a Tog. Whack! No pain. Yeah, I want to play first. Okay, hey, it's a good hand. We'll keep this. 1 more blue source, and we'll be feeling good. I wish that Dispel was a Preordain, maybe, but it's going to pay dividends later. Everything looking and sounding good, guys. It's been a few weeks, made a few changes to the tech side of things. Seems like everything's going a lot faster and chat-wise too, so that's good. We've got a nice little Flash Gordon variant. It's pretty much UG Death Deluxe Death Touch, whatever the hell you want to call it. I used to call it Flash Gordon because everything in it has flash almost. Used to be. a lot more when you had Pestermites in there. God, I think the creature count at one point was 12 things that had it. So, all right. Early on here, I think I'm going to save that Ambush Viper for a end of turn trick. There's no reason to kind of pull it now. I'll just put up the floodgates here. The scare gates. What's neat too, the synergy of this deck is not many people want to block a poisonous spider when they have invested things out there. I think it's going to be dead after this turn because here comes a Scred probably. Oh, I grabbed an island instead. But so it's another ninja trap mid to late game. You're able to turn it on, sit back with the flash mechanics there. So ugly death touch. All right, here we go. Let's see. Is he attacking? Please, that would be awesome. Thinking like mutagenic will save it. That'd be funny. All right, if I'm gonna do it now, better do it now. Yeah, baby. Bottom for the ninja, top for the seat. Go like this, and he I think I want to turn on the ninja. What do you guys think here? Ambush for life. Yes, Steven. 11,788. I mean, I'm not going to block a 3/2 Delver. I might. Yeah, you're right, I might. I've got Dispel backup. What's the vote there, guys? Should ninja or no? We've got the problem for him down. Ninja, ninja, ninja. The ninjas have it. Let's go. I just don't want it to walk into a counterspell, but we do have the Ambush Viper tech behind it in a few turns anyway. We'll turn this on and show him what's up. Let's go. Fix our mana. Give us just a few more things. We'll turn on that arrows and really shut the door here. I kind of want to get flooded here. Have we played a land? All right. Well, not much to do here. Because that's one of the reasons Ash Barrens a little bit better than Wild and such. In scenarios like this, if he taps out next turn, we're able to cast Serrated Arrows and just use Ash Barrens as it was intended, as a land. I fear Vapor Snag, yeah. I think the really good Nimchimsky, the really good lists play 1 or 2. I think 8686 had a build that I really liked, and he had one, and that was, it's a big problem because you can. All right, we're gonna be able to turn on arrows. This is awesome. What's he going to get here? Arrows will be able to take down Bolas too. That'll be nice. Lost the first one. Hopefully they don't have days. I'm going to take my opening while I get it. This is quite the headache for that deck. I'm going to attack. It's not doing anything like this. If he blocks, we'll at least be able to kill it. Alright. Do it now because it's got some sort of anything trick. No bounce, no bounce, no bounce. Okay, brainstorm. I'm not playing the ugliest counterspells available on MTG. No, you didn't go to white borders, did you? Sacrilege. It's one of my favorite things about playing the green land destruction decks and the black land destruction deck is every I don't know 20th opponent or something, they have white bordered lands and you're like, you son of a bitch. Just start pounding on them. I love it. Little too gleeful in my what do you call hatred for that. But so this is kind of a cool scenario. We've got the Recluse play with Counterspell backup here, and then we'll be able to turn off Delver here. Pretty cool. So kind of want just a land here. Thank you. Wow, hey, the universe isn't against me today as much as it normally is. Kind of want just a... Oh, darn. All right, well, let's preordain. Got my arrows online. Viper's good, but we already got one. I'm going to say bottom. We'll put the counterspell on top. Feeling pretty control-y here. Could trade with that insect and Still have end of turn Ambush Viper Technology. And we'll go from there, guys. Yeah, I needed a break. I think I've been doing Pauperganda a little too much. I know you guys are probably like, what are you talking about? Once a week? But, God, it was like steady from like, I think like November straight through. And it's funny. It's like I'm not, you know, I never get tired of Magic. But it was, yeah, I was just kind of feeling it like, you know, just feeling a little bit in a rut, whatever. Hopefully it wasn't like energy lacking or didn't show that way. But it's interesting. All right. Oh, invocations. Oh yeah, yeah, you know, those are almost as bad as what do you call them? Those Egyptian ones. I love Egypt and I love magic art but yeah, it's something that they just didn't quite work. They're not that catchy. So all right, he's already got 7 in the yard. Might be having to wait around on a swirling sandstorm. I'm sure it'll happen in game 3. He might not have brought it in for 2 because we scooped and mulliganed to 4. So pardon the carbonation. Coming up. All right, let's see what you got here, baby. Man, where's our Trinket Mage now? I really want to see one. Let's go. This guy's like, what is this guy playing? Yeah, I would totally agree with you, Nimchimsky. It was just so over the top. It's like those, it was just gaudy. I think that's probably the best adjective for it. All right, we're back in the races here. Let's attack with the Viper. Maybe Murasa the Ninja. Might be a little too much. I think I'll wait till next turn to do that. I'll Murasa at the end of his turn. Because that would only leave us up to spell if we went all through with that plan. So maybe someone got fired over them. Oh, yeah, maybe. One of you out there, hopefully you're watching right now. I'm sorry I forgot your name. Sometimes I'll write stuff down and then it gets lost, or it's summertime here, so we got the windows open a lot and fans on. But it was funny. They had an idea. They're like, and I know this is going to ruffle a lot of people's feathers, but they were like, you know, if you were like a young girl or like a young kid doing this, they were, oh crap. See, I'm telling a story and I've clicked through Murasa. Technically not an error, but I would have liked to have done that. But they were like, you probably would be totally set. They'd be covering you all the time because you're just this old whitey. I was laughing pretty hard. Hopefully there's no truth in that, but I don't know. I would kind of bet on there being a little bit that way. Who knows? All right. Well, we've got the life short up. I think he's just sitting on a ton of Fae. All right. Less talking old man, more Murasa-ing. Is that a adjective? Then we'll turn on Ninja to trade for a few things. You know, I'm going to counter that instead of use my spell up. Delver down. It's pretty much his only beat stick, and the Fae I really want to be able to keep at bay so we don't run into these little counterattack issues. Alright, now we Murasa, Ninja, boom, boom, boom. Go up to 20 if he lets it. And no, it's not snowing, and I don't have dandruff. If you missed the top of the show, had a really burly sunburn, and now I'm peeling, so hard to combat. Do not adjust your screen. Come on, Spellstutter, you know you want out. Okay, you can have it. It's alright. What a kick in the crotch that was, huh? Take that. Yeah! Down with Whitey. But he really wants my life. I think he's just sitting on a bunch of lightning bolts with that place. So I'm going to go like this. Okay, cool. I can't stop that from happening. Delver's dead. But he knows what's in our hand now. He's down 2 counterspells. We're down 2 counterspells. It's anybody's game, folks. We've got a Serrated Arrows on the board. We'd really like to get a Trinket Mage. Might have been a little defiant there. It's nice being at 20, though, and negating all that aggression early. I think they might just be sitting on hate or a sandstorm and probably a bunch of fae. What do the lizards mean? I like them. I've never seen them before. My wife is like thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, interesting here. If I attack here, it might be a better play. Flip it to a ninja, he'll burn it, then we can mage, and that might draw off more stuff. I think that's the line. I'm gonna go here again. If you play this deck, tap your artifact lands just in case they do have some sort of hate-inspired shenanigans. Yes. Come on, burn it, burn it. You know you wanna. No? It's almost a free duress. Look at that. Very interesting. Okay. So I don't mind if this gets countered. I really want the mage to go through. They're both going to go through? I'll go all in here. All right. Oh, now he might have the sandstorm, right? All right. I'm going to stop investing right after this play. But it'll still cost him his whole turn, and we'll still have... oh, he's probably got double Fae here. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, I was afraid of that. Okay. Well, that's why we played two of them, but I think we took out... No, we didn't take out the other one. We took out one Trinket Mage. So, little does he know we have access to the other. Yeah! Interesting. He's definitely not the aggro. I thought the spider would take the heat there. Alright. Well, this way I can just start lightning bolting at every turn. No fear of reprisal from the skies. Yeah. I said I wasn't going to invest any more on the ground. Look what I do. What a liar. Smell blood. It's hard to avoid. Huh. That's interesting. Is he going to show us anything here? Nope. Not liking his draw. Curious. So he's hellbent. So are we. Got 14 minutes. It's game 2. This is fun. I think I want to kill that bolus, actually. Nothing dies here on our end, unless he really goes crazy. Let's turn on the ninja. See what we can see. Come on, another arrows. That'd be fun. Kill that. Just gonna go all out here. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the spider. He knows I have it. If he turns on a ninja, I win. I just don't want a sandstorm variant. This is game 2. He might know the deck. He might have brought it in. Heck, Preordain in the sandstorm. He's got 3 times the effect needed for the threshold. This is when you want proliferate or something that adds a counter. When I played that creatureless infect list a while ago, that's so fun. Making serrated arrows have like 6 counters. Burly. Yeah, or that. This is when it gets scary. You're drawing like counter spells, all kinds of other things. If any of you have tips out there about how this could be really good against elves, I've beat my head against the door. I mean, obviously, if I drop a longbow and a spider and get stuff online, there are games I win. Not many matches, and outside of Fade Away, and that's just not that effective. But you know what? I'm not complaining. Blue does not need a sweeper or a great answer like that. Boy, that's ballsy. He must have a ninja. Come on out, ninja. There you are. I think at the life state he's at, he might want to just hard cast that and block with it, but alright. Let's see. I can play Ping Pong Longbow coming up here. Wow. Ba-da-ba-ba. Rapid bite. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's sitting on 1 or 2 screds, probably. Knows what's in their hands. I don't want to play that seat quite yet. I've got mana for a reason. I'll put it on there. See what he does. All right. Rock like this. See how he blocks. And keep Recluse back. Oh, all right. So we're 1-1. It's feeling oddly like the burn matchup in round 1. I'm going to go blow my nose real quick, guys. Consider what you might change in games 3, knowing that he's probably going to bring in, you know what, Swirling Sandstorm. Be right back. Alrighty, let's see. Hydroblast. Interesting. Good. Not too worried about that. I think Dispel's more even-handed, but thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, that's kind of what I was coming to at the same thing, David Kane, with regards to that. And I thought of splashing too. It just gets kind of junky. Yep, I brought up Sandstorm too. Yeah, I could have like one Great Furnace and a. But again, you know, got to draw, got to have. And boy, sometimes Elves turn 4 is just a little too late. Even the Green Sandstorm I've thought of. It's like I used to see playback when Infect was a thing. Huh. Yep. Man, Trinket Mage really paid some dues there. Tempted to fit another one in. I'm just going to keep it like it was, guys. Keep my break there. 1-1 against the king of the format. You are Delver. Is it Delver? Delver Red? Whatever the hell you want to call it. We're having the same sort of moniker issues with our deck. And we're having mana issues too. This is very weird, but I should come to expect it whenever I'm streaming. Oh, mulligan. Double whammy. Mulligan. Against the top deck. We'll keep that. Throw that on the bottom. I need land. And I need them quick. Hopefully he doesn't have a heavy... Alright, well, at least we can block. Might not want to for the card draw in the situation we're in. This is a tough one if we don't draw land. Ooh, man, what a tough first turn play. Preordain for the fix. Faerie for the block. I'm thinking Faerie. Prey upon... Yeah, I'll write that down. Thank you. I just can't really... If I went that angle with a fight mechanic, I'd have to just go all in. Oh, guys, what do you think here? I think John Finkel would probably preordain, and then his opponent wouldn't have Ninja. If I preordain, our opponent's going to have Ninja, and the door's going to be shut pretty fast. I'm thinking Miscreant, because then we could preordain next turn and find an island and then draw off the Miscreant if he doesn't attack. Help me out here, guys. This is rough. Double mulligan into a 1-mana draw. Got 19 lands in a deck that curves out at about 2 or 3. Fae? Yeah, I'm leaning towards that. Alright. Not going to take too much time. Yeah, if they don't have the Sprite, right? And I will block, despite wanting to have the draw ability. Yeah, fight on dying and death touch. Yeah, it might be a nice way to rock. Grabs red and bolts it. We're not going to have much of a choice in the matter. No, that's the island. Would you guys block here? I want to. Well, no, I don't. Now that he doesn't have ninja abilities. Yeah, sorry, I said that and then he tapped both lands and I was like, oh, never mind, that's a no-brainer. Definitely not block. Alright, let's... Good God. I think Preordain, then Faerie. Much more likely to find something with this. There we go, bottom, top. Fae again. Draw. Ah, our land's back. Alright, and we've got a Murasa target if he blocks. Okay, I kind of like that. The less Faerie on the board, the better. Maybe he's got like 2 sandstorms in his hands. He's like, son of a bitch, where's the ground crew? And there's the ground crew. We've got our own right behind it. So in this scenario, this is really frustrating for me. I wish I had one more. He's got Brainstorm up. Viridian Longbow's like good game if we can stick it. But it'd be nice to get the Trinket Mage online and fix our mana that way too. Let's see what we draw. Okay. Mana fix bow or Trinket Mage mana fix wait on bow. Got 9 minutes. And with red, everybody's leaning towards bow. Alright, I'll listen to the crowd, my friends. Let's fix our mana up. Yeah, days. I know. I read dyslexia, T-Core. I'm fine. You never need to correct your spelling when I'm reading. The letters move all by themselves. Here we go. Not often. I exaggerate. No, I didn't. I cycled the Barrens and dropped the forest. Did I? I don't think I did. Oh, okay. Well, we're still going to get our way here. I apologize if I did do that. Yeah, it looks like I did, huh? You see a land drop and you're like, hey, I'm all set. It's like, no, you're not. You old fool. All right. Alrighty here. What shall we get? I'll drop this. Got our longbow online. Might be kind of cool to grab another green source. And then we will attack. Turn on our Trinket Mage. At least that'll buy some of the damage. Be able to block anyway. Yeah, I've learned my lesson about dropping double bows. When anybody has access to red, a lot of times they might have some little artifact hate and then they just kind of nix your win condition in one go. So be careful about going all in with double bows. Usually tends to be best just sitting back and doing that. It's also nice against Delver variants is the access of Pulse of Murasa, not so much for the life game, but just like, oh, you countered that? Alright, here it is again. Well, we're going to win the race just because of Murasa. God, I'm half down against this guy with regards to that. That's crazy with our time issues. Jeez, oh, that is nuts. Okay, well, we'll play this when we can, which is now. I don't know if I really want to equip here. Equip what? That's obviously going to draw the hatred. Might be funner to be able to, if we draw into a land next turn and we flash this at the end of the turn, we can do that, but we're really setting up the sandstorm bait. Oh. I'm going to just do this and pass. Maybe put it on the Faerie and attack with the Trinket Mage and try to trade with an Augur, but then we'd be losing our Trinket Mage if he thought it through. It's also telegraphs that I don't want to block the Stormbound Geist. I've got a nice Murasa target, better than an Ash Barrens now. I'm going to try to shut up and try to win this game here. So I'm getting down to the 6-minute mark. Our opponent has almost 14 minutes. Okay, you think you're going to win that way, do ya? Yeah, see? We'll go get it again. 1, 2, 3 for that. Pulse for the Recluse. Down it comes again. Here we are, 23 life. Come on over. How much more bolts you got? I haven't seen much drawing going on. What do we got? Alright, we'll take 4. This is going to suck. This board state makes you do want to have that extra Murasa, huh? Alright, well, we've got counterspells now. Let's bring this online. Counterspell. Counterspell. 2 cards to the 1. Our dude's dead. Well, we can at least hit. Counter Scrid, Lightning Bolt. Now he's going to reset the board. Make sure what he's doing. Hey, boy, even the bouncing screen's gone here. Bottom and top. Okay. Whoa. Somebody just drew their sandstorm. Let's block there. Or ninja. Well, now sandstorm's kind of out of the picture, isn't it? Okay. Getting low on life despite the Murasa. Down he goes. Let's see what we're going to see here. Dismiss that. Screen is getting very small. Preordain. Could be a lot worse. Ooh. Curious. This is getting a little nicer. I'll attack here. Not over yet. A weird feeling out of 1 if I wasn't streaming already. Let's get our card advantage at least equal. Do you want to use this ability? Yes, please. Ding. I know what I said about double bow, but with this much mana and this tight of a board, double equipping stuff is starting to sound pretty good. Let's do the Trinket Mage dance, shall we? Boy, where are our Spellstutter Sprites? They're just DOA, man. Bottom top, Ponder. Yikes. Definitely winning the card advantage war here. If you guys remind me at the end of the show, I'll show you that new Boros deck. I might play it next week and save it for that, but man, oh man, just an avalanche of advantage here. This is when I want the sweeper. I'm gonna need a Murasa to really go through. Okay, he's got a counterspell online. Not gonna bode well. This is probably gonna get countered here. I'd rather him do it now than later. Let's at least give myself some options. Down comes Counterspell. Okay. The Jazzercise Counterspell. The worst way to get countered. Actually, I'd take that Jazzercise counter over, you know who, the White Border counter. We will easily trade that. Block here. Alright. Gonna need some help. Murasa style. Pretty quick. That's alright. Yeah, let's see. Those dudes will attack. That'll do that. One. I think we're gonna lose this one, guys. No delusions here. Well, if I do that, that's 7, and I have to block with the Spellstutter Sprite. I'll do it. He's got us either way. Do the damage thing. Zap this thing. One less dude. But now we've got a problem. Any counter Fae creations, we might have an issue. Nay, we do have an issue. Flash! Ah, hey, we're still alive. Probably not for long. Gotta do this, right? Probably gonna get finished off with a bolt. Bolt to the face! Or ninja. That kind of sucks. Is it a bolt? Does he draw into a bolt? That'd be insulting. Interesting matchup. Two very similar strategies. Using blue with an alternate color. Looks like he's getting the better of us here, though. Lightning bolt. We're dead, guys. We're 1-1. We lost a burn, and we won burn, and now we have lost to this. But it was a good match. I need a refill. We're going to roll to a similar deck that, courtesy of Lithophite, and episode 2. I'll be back in just a few, guys.
A perfect brew every time. Dawnbringer's coffee. The rarest beans. Fire roasted. A one drop of perfection. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose bold, rich, legendary flavors. Choose Dawnbringer's coffee. The angel on your shoulder.
Available at all fine Seeker superstores.
Y'all, come down to Golgari's Sudden Rail for the finest in Cajun cuisine. Whether it's our signature brown scale brisket or the Guma goulash, you'll gnaw all of our items to the bone. Feed your clan at Golgari's. Whether you prey upon the spicy root wallets and wash it all down with our famous scorpion slasher, or try our award-winning Sakura steak sandwich with croissant kale salad, topped with our own Wickerbow sauce. This is Golgari's Sutton Grill. Go get you some.
And we're back. Pretty good hand. We'll keep this. I'm going to close this for screen real estate. Thank you for that, Mr. Ash. All right, let's go. Insert noob here. Hey, that's my moniker. All right. Well, maybe we'll win on time. Just kidding. Made a deck with all the cards mentioned in the grill commercial. Nice. Yeah, and then go play it while you're eating dinner at a grill. Yeah, that one kind of went together well. It's fun when we can parody very popular cards like the Spellstutter Speech Center. We did that one skit with the ninja inside of the card frame of Ninja of Deep Hours, but that was courtesy of Upright Citizens Brigade, not us. But hey, we'll take the puns when we can get them. Grill on grill on grill. That's right. Good times, good times. All right. Now, I've been saying that this is usually a good matchup. Let me prove it. Access to Relic game 1 is gigantic, and then being able to ping the walls in response. There's just so many variants of Tron, though, that it's the second you win 3 in a row. But, hey, we've got our dudes showing up here in spades. I don't know if I want to sit on this or... I think we sit back. Preordain's interesting here, but hear me out. We ambush Viper, and then we got Ninja next turn, and if something big happens, we can counterspell. So I'm going to pass the turn here. Preordain sometimes feels like an auto play, especially this matchup, that stage of the game, but we'll use it when we have to or when we really need to hit mana, which might be now. Going and getting a green. That'd be funny if this is a crop rotation. It's like, yeah, we'll counter that. Ancient Stirrings. All right. What you going to get? Urza's Mine shows up. He's got some nice looking lands. I kind of like the autumn ones better, but not so bad there. Sure. I'll just get him a little apprehensive. Be like, what the hell is this guy doing? His land drops there. We're set. We get a ninja on board. If we get 3 mana, then we'll be able to look deeper, and then we kind of have a pretty good game after that, in theory. Trebor, what's up? Been a while since I cut the live broadcast. All right, well, good to see you. Yeah, we've been gone for about 3 weeks too, so everybody's tardy, I guess would be the best way to say it here. In we go with the Ambush Viper. If there was an Irish deck, this might be it. All right. I like anyone with pig tech in their names. I love all things pigs. Boars, razorbacks. Love them. Like eating them too. All right. Bacon in the morning, bacon at night. Come on, Ninja, show up. Let's just get a basic land here. I hate doing that, but I'm gonna play it. Clunky, but probably the one time in the history of this deck and all its versions where I wanted that to be a Wilds instead of an Ash Barrens, but it'll happen. Play long enough. He's got Tron online. Getting scary. When you cast a spell, put an opponent... That's a strange card to play. All right. Well, welcome to the Viper Show. This is when we love having to spell. Of course, they could just be running Flame Slash. That would suck. Much better than the other Eldrazi. Not too afraid of that one. What's the deal with this thing? When you cast a spell, you may put a card from an opponent owns from exile into their graveyard. Oh, all right. Wonder how often that comes up. Yeah, it's just UG Death Touch. I've played it. It's probably up there with White Infect, tied for the most times on Pauperganda. Our inbox most likely has messages saying, please play that deck again, because I think it's just fun to watch. I placed in the top 20 at the challenge a few weeks back with it. And, gosh, I got a 5-0 a long time ago with it, but it's been a while. It's great at 4-1s. Let's hope we do that today. We're already 1-1. Not the best of starts, but we've had worse, that's for sure. Especially with when F6 was in the realm of possibilities. But I've taken that out of my lexicon of keys or dexterity or however you want to say. And now all I have set to a hotkey is Pastel I can respond. So I really like White Infect. Got my buddy in Pauper with Infect, but I couldn't sell him on the white version. Well, the white version is easy to sell once somebody's played normal Infect long enough, and they just keep running into, you know, hate decks that are just kill that, kill that, kill that. And it's like, oh yeah, this ain't going nowhere. It's not going to hit you very hard, but it's going to hit you over and over again. 3 or 4, can't do that very long with Infect. Alrighty. Man, it's pretty good. Let's want to drop Recluse, or do I want to just kill that and surprise? The Bayou Dragonfly. Yeah, there's the flash flying one. That's pretty cool too. Let me preordain, see what's coming up. Still have to spell. Alright, that makes it easy. We've got Ambush Viper and Spades. Let's say top on this, top on this. We can Vipe, we can Blitz. Yeah, I don't want to be taking 7 very often here. Let's do that. We've got Dispel backup. Surprise! Surprise, mother! Beep! All right. A Ruin Processor. What a strange creature. It's one scary world, man. Those Eldrazi's are like the Nim and the what was that? That White Infect, the 1/4 with Vigilance. I should know it. The Priests of Norn. Good God, those things are creepy. This is why we love to have Dispel main. Take your huge investment and shoot it down, baby. Probably do that anyway, but we've got extra backup counterspells and double killer creatures in our hand right now, so it's all good. Got Honey Garden. Probably gonna eat the ninja. Yeah, boy, they're pricey though. I know those art books, I've seen them in like Barnes and Nobles and such, and I flip it over and it's just like $49. I'm just like, oh crap. I'd rather play a few tournaments and rogue it out. Alright. I'm going to sit on this dude, hold my counterspell back, just kind of test the waters here. Bit of a slow roll going on. We've got counterspell. Then if he doesn't have any, I mean if he's got removal, he'll try to do it now. Logic being then I can Trinket into the Longbow. Hopefully get another green source. That Ash Barrens should be a forest, but it just kind of drew clunky. Oh, I don't like that at all. This deck doesn't hit too hard, and it's pretty hard to race really good life gain. So that's going away. Oh, I think we're saying bye to the Recluse on this next play. I see red. What's he got? Oh, Expedition map. Still a red. Still a red. Does he have removal? If he does, he'll play it here. No, he doesn't. Hey, all right. I'll kind of do that all day, dude. Boink. Red land signals probably a rolling thunder scenario, so emailed you a deck list. Thank you for that. Hey, long time no see due to me living in Europe. Oh man. Guido Galerato. Yeah, we've been gone for about 3 weeks too, so don't feel too bad. Doing good. You know, we could there's so many options. Maybe I should have 20 lands in this. That's what I'm kind of feeling like I want. First we'll attack. I mean, remember we got relic access too. We don't have to go get the pinger. I mean, we do want one. Maybe we'll draw one here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna block there. I still want access to being able to counter something. I like having that counterspell out. Oh man, oh man. You know, I'm just gonna play the Fae and pass. I can counter, I can dispel, and if nothing happens, I can ambush Viper, and then we're gonna turn on that Trinket Mage soon. I can't ignore a good counter heavy hand here against a big hitter like this. I think we're gonna enjoy that I didn't play that because of that. Well, yeah, I could let that through. Nah, that's folly. Get out of here. Sucker. This doesn't look like my Mnemonic Wall Tron deck. Yeah, that's what's got me worried. I was sitting here saying how this is good against Tron, and it is. And then it's like, well, now we're going to play some variant, and technically we might lose to it. And then it'll be like, what did you mean, Deluxe? Got it all wrong. You got trounced. And it's like, well, that ain't supposed to happen, baby. All right, let's draw first. We've got that for that. I'm pretty sure I see the play here. Phase are cool too with the Pulse of Murasa. You need to draw a card, gain 6 life, draw a card. That's pretty cool if it's in your yard. Sometimes draw 2 cards, gain 6 life. That's a pretty cool card, right? Who wouldn't want to play that? And you can with this deck. Ooh, double ninja. Good times. Let's play our crap lands first. Too many sound effects to count. Yeah. We're not going to play it. Problem with this Rugged Highlands play. I see one. I want to return that Trinket Mage next turn, and then we'll get back Relic, and then we'll just trip it. But the thing that's worrying me about games 2 and 3, with Rugged Highlands main, he's probably got quite a bit of artifact hate, so it might really shut off our longbow. Tech. Hunted Fengraf. That's what I was afraid of. Of course, hopefully he trips, goes all out, and then we can just kill it next turn. Let's see. He trips it. There we go. And here comes the big boy. Do I have anything in exile? No. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that's because it was random. I forgot. I was like, why did he choose that over the Crusher? But I guess we know. All right. Please don't have red removal here because I'm tapped out. Zap! Flash Gordon in the house. Ping! Hey, a concession. All right. Good news, he's playing big fatties and leaning on them pretty heavily. Bad news, things like, darn, of course my pen goes out. Bad news is he's probably going to have a lot of artifact hate and just burn abilities coming through with this next one. So let's see what we can see. Oh, are you kidding me? You know, normally I like when people just fold up like that. I thought he just quit. Sorry about that, guys. Man, or 2-1, it doesn't feel that way. I like to earn my win, at least when I'm streaming. That happens personally. It's no big deal, but yeah, that's just not good for entertaining people. It's like, I like the sideboard and stuff, but hey, we're already in round 4. Yeah, the burn player did, but at least he played 2 rounds, but scooped the last, but that was the first. All right. Well, hopefully. See, I told you we'd beat Tron. He saw the combo and was so scared of it. Maybe he didn't have any answer to that. Maybe he was just like, oh my god, my whole deck's big fatties. I just took out my artifact hate because I never need it. Now, he might be having a Pauperganda Friday style day. Wink, wink. Yeah, we're going to keep this. We love this kind of hand. I mean, if one of these was a basic, or I mean a forest, it'd be pretty cool too. Opponent mulligans to 6. Yeah, we've got the typical Fae into Ninja, Preordain. It's going to be a good time. Unless it's just like RG Tempo and they're able to just destroy. Or if it's elves, remember that. We might scoop if this is elf deck. Stompies, what I prefer to play. Both have Scattershot Archer tech, which isn't much when you've got Vipers with bow and arrows on their fangs, shooting things, but something tells me this is Stompy. They're trying to get screwed deep. Yeah, I know. That's very well said, Little Fight. Yeah, we've taken enough hard knocks. No, I'll never auto scoop, but I might. Oh, shit. I don't swear much on the show, but it just had to happen. Gotta face elves when I go out in the opening saying this is almost an auto loss. I almost wrote an L there already. I mean, that's how we'll see. Yeah, look at this. He's got a nice draw here with the Birchlore Nettle little recursion loop of mana here. Almost. It had to happen, right, Little Fight? Now, I don't know what you make room for to put in Visionaries and Elves. There's so many. Yes, it replaces itself. But, dude, it costs 2 mana. That's an Avalanche in Elves. And it just, what, it goes and draws you something that you wish it was? Just play the thing you wish it was. I know you're after volume, but This seems strange. All right. I'm going to show as little of this deck as possible. And this, like, you know, in games 2 and 3, I just take out the ninjas because they draw one card. And a lot of times you're triggering the life gain off of Essence Warden. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of elf decks lately running, not my tech, but how I like to run it with Essence Wardens, because you're dealing with so much volume. You're able to go that too. Yeah, I've just never found room for it. Fun. I've seen a lot without. I think it's better without. All right, well, our colors are fixed. There's a few good things, and sometimes you can run up against, you know, like I'll play, if you're playing against elves and you want to sleeve this up, play Ambush Viper as like a bluff block. Like, you know, they're going to just run right over it if they're a good player, but a lot of times they're just like, it might buy you like a fog turn, like, oh man, I don't want my stuff to die, and then they pass the turn but before they think about it. But yeah, here comes a Fire Blast. Ugh, green Fire Blast. What is that? Turn a target land into a 4/4. It's still a land and it has to be blocked. I've been trying to make that thing work for a while now. That's a fun one. All right, yeah, this is going to be over really quick. Best case here, maybe he's got 2 forests. Brutal. Well, I could block that. Yeah, it's not a Zendikar Con. It's an instant. I don't know if that's what you mean. I'm just going to try to stem the bleeding here. Obviously, I'll block the Visionary. And I'll block the Sentinel. But maybe I should attack with the Ninja here. Yeah, I'm going to trade with something regardless. Yeah, that's the one. I've been trying to make that thing work for a while. I made an all Shinnin deck. Had Shinnin of Life's Roar, and then it had that, and it sucked. And like a Taunting Elf. But I just kept thinking there's something there. Like maybe a set or two away from, you know, hitting what's needed. Hey, we're going to get to draw a card here. Another Ninja. I was just saying this isn't that good of a card in this matchup. It did draw us a card there, though. But, you know, having played Ninja this last week, just tweaking this deck and stuff, I've come to not fear it so much, like when it's against me. I still don't like the person drawing an extra card a turn, but seeing it, you know, in your mind's eye, you think, oh, they just drew a Counterspell, or they just drew a Gush. It's like, no, things like that. They might have just drawn another thing that doesn't really matter. Of course, gets them one turn further in the game. That's the main thing. But I guess you could argue that with a Visionary, but who am I to say? I'm just the old dude that loves Magic too much. All right, let's see what he's going to get. It is good to see all of you again. Gosh, it's almost been a month. This is another thing that we can't really deal with. Person gets around 40 or 50 life, which is super easy for elves, and we're just dead ducks. I mean, there's not much we can do. Got to get, I mean, if we draw bow next, game on, right? We're going to bing, bing, bing. But in my experience, when that happens is when they have a vines build, or like 2 vines main or something, and they're able to save something really. I mean, you can keep doing it, but elves doesn't give you many turns. This is when we're really going to like the Terrifying Presence fog effect play, if it comes up. Oftentimes it doesn't. Well, this roadblock strategy is kind of working here. He's at least not coming through for that, or he'll attack with the Sentinel and say, like, go ahead, dude. Yep, that's what I would do. I built a kitchen table elf deck, played 4 Well-Wishers, thought it was so funny gaining 40 life a turn. Yeah, Trebor, you said it all. There's Little Fight's always probably knocking his head against the wall because he loves burn strategies, and I like life strategies because it's when you can incorporate it and make it a plan B that's just happening in the background, it really messes. And sometimes there's great decks out there. Delver's one of them that you gain life steadily. They can't beat you. All right, all right. You know what? I might draw it. No, I'm gonna keep the Ninja back in case he attacks with everything. I wanna be able to not lose the Recluse. All right, let's go get it. Dun, dun, dun. I viewed my opponent's Tog after the Tog chewed all the artifacts the other day. Or vined it. Nice. It's the best. I love it. It's so rare, but I love like when I have hollow and the person, I'm at like, let's say 8 life, and they pump their Tog to like 26, 26, and then you're just like, no, with like some fog effect, and it's like, you idiots. Like you could have come back from that. You just had to really rub it in. Yeah, I want to use the ability. Bing, ding, ding. Not hiding what I'm trying to do here. Let's Trinket Mage player. Yeah, I can still block with Trinket Mage. I'll see. Alzik Ninja's great in this deck unless I'm facing elves. And sometimes Stompy, I'll take out 1 or 2 of them. It's just, you know, it reads like draw 1 card, because normally they're able to just block for days and stuff. But here it's really kind of fixing up our hand. This is still, I mean, we've got our combo out. It's going to be active next turn. We're going to have the Viper for an additional blocker, but it's still, I mean, all he's got to do. The good news is they've got they don't have the Mana Mama out. That's what I like to call her, the priest. So keep them a little bit even with this. Problem is I'm gonna have to kill the Well-Wisher and that damn Vanguard ASAP. And if he just goes crazy here, he's still gonna be, oh boy, yeah. See, this is when you do miss Pestermite, being able to bing bing, you know, zing him twice. But again, I'm not going to put 1 Pestermite in my sideboard and hope I draw it against elves, which is already a dead turn. So, all right, come on over, sucker. I'm going to let that. Oh, this is tough. I think I'm going to let the 4 through. Block that dude. So I'm going to be able to. We still have Murasas. Got to stop attacking though. Be at 9 life with the Thornwood Falls. It's so nice having a oldest son that's really responsible and can drive well. Like my youngest is doing this riding workshop camp, and it's like, go get him. Do adult stuff for me while I play video games. I'm a responsible parent, damn it. Woo. All right. Any first timers out there to Pauperganda, please chime in. Don't be hiding in the shadows all quiet like. 1, 2, 3. He's going to take that. I really can't do much of anything else. I've just got to equip this and start pounding heads here. Oh, I wish I could kill that Well-Wisher, but I can't. Nice. Yeah, it's like, damn it. We've done this enough years. Time to pay some dividends for being here. Boy, it'd be nice if our Murasas would show up. Yeah, in the end, I had one spot available for just random matchups, and I just put in the 3rd Serrated Arrows because I'm like, you know what? That helps against elves. All right, that sucks a lot. That built-in inevitability. I'm going to just let those go. Time to earn your keep, boy. That's right. We got some 6/6s. We got to get rid of the Vanguards. Then we got to get rid of the Life Mama. Then we got to get rid of the Breeding Mama. That'd be funny if Mama was a creature type. Summon Mama. I guess Breeding Pit was kind of like that. Remember back in the day? Yeah, I don't think we're going to wiggle out. See, this looks nice, right, guys? I mean, our board, it's like, wow. But, man, volume versus that. Maybe there's a cool spell yet to be printed that's blue or green that's going to be like, tap or untap, target permanent 3 times, draw a card. Yeah, that one be broken, right? Be like, bing, 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 bing. Mamas. Yeah, let me work at Wizards. I'll break all the cards. Nobody will want to play again, and all creatures will be mamas. All right, so here's what I'm talking about. This isn't worth the surprise play. It is worth the fog play. So I play this, and it's like, I want to give him reason to hesitate, because if he doesn't attack here, we might be able to pull this off. But yeah, not many people fall for it, but when it works, it's pretty cool. All right, We're going to kill... I mean, we could technically kill all 3 of them, but then we wouldn't have any poison package left. He really should be attacking with everything here. Yeah. So first things first, we're going to kill the big fatty. Big mama down. Block the other big mama. With this, and we'll go like this. He should be activating his life mama there. Hey, alright. Boy, so little respect for this list. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to kill stuff. Alright. Well, let's see. Stuff's online. Let's see what we can see. Maybe we'll get a Murasa. Or not. We're going to get lots of blockers. That's another good option that, what do you call, the Pestermite didn't offer. Scenarios like this, when I just need blockers to buy time. If Murasa's not going to show up. Have I played a land? Good. Alright. I want to have counter magic here. Dispel is terrible in this matchup. It's good against almost every other deck. Another reason I cut it to 3 out of 4. It's like, you know what, my worst matchup could be a little less worse if I do this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I think we're still dead here. But I can at least block a 1/1 and then ping in response. That's the problem. And then this just gets out of hand where they can just alpha strike, and without games 2 and 3 with our Terrifying Presence tech, that's a little set. Kill now. No, I need to be able to block. Bit too much damage on the table still. Anyway, just attacks with everything. Damn these things. Well, he's hellbent. I'm gonna use my mana for something. Screw that. You only get 2 elves. That's the thing. It's like if they only had a Vanguard, if they only had Lizalana, or no life gain, or no Timberwatch, there's so many culprits, and so if you're not online early, we're just a dead dog to this deck. Can't beat it. And just stuff like that we might be able to. What is he thinking? There we go. There we go. Come on over. Don't be shy. It's all good. Yeah, now you're getting the idea. Ooh, please. Please attack with Well-Wisher. Purdy, please. And Lizalana. Yowza. Man, it's got 2 of those. Ugh. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm still playing. This is we're gonna block here. We're gonna block here. We're gonna block here. So that way we'll take 3, right? 4. And then we'll ping the big fatty, big mama. Here goes mama. Is he gonna remember the elf? He didn't the last 2 turns. There you go. Yeah. Rub it in super style. Okay. Oh boy. We need life and we need it yesterday. Frustrating because if I trip the relic and get a Murasa, we have to return one of his creatures to his hand. See, we're just really stuck. Gotta hard cast the ninja. I don't think 1 more life's gonna make that big of a difference. I gotta draw a card here. This hand's not enough. Trip it. Wish relics are... Alright, well, it's a creature. We've got that. That'll be able to block 1. Yeah, I mean, we're just dead here. What am I still looking at? He's hellbent. There's that. Yeah. What am I doing? We'll concede here, as I knew that was going to go down that way. Big L next to the elves. I will play elves again on the... It used to be a deck I played a lot on this channel, and then it got popular. And being the contrarian I am, I was like, I'm going to lose the ninjas. Just don't like them too much in this list. We don't have to worry about Spider Silk armor in matchups like this, because our removal doesn't matter about that. We're going to lose the Relic. We're also going to lose the Dispels. There's not much instance going on. And we've got Spellstutter, Counterspells, and the Murasa to get them back. We're going to bring in the Murasa, and we're going to bring in Terrifying Presence. If you're going to learn one thing today, or if you're new to this deck, this is what you should learn. Terrifying Presence is awesome with Death Touch. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by creatures other than target creature this turn. Very cool. One drawback. Not many people know this. If you Vines the creature that I did, then the fog just doesn't go through because it's reliant on the first effect. So that's how I like to board against this. It's got really no dead cards. It looks good. I mean, if we get a Longbow out right away, Viper, boom, we win. And it feels like, oh, Elves isn't a problem. But that happens like 1 in 15 games. If you can kill their quality, as we did that game, you see the volume still gets you, despite having all these Murasas. Hey, if I ever legally changed my name or got, had to go on witness protection program, my real last name is Marsden, and I'd probably change it to Murasa. That sounds cool. What nationality does Murasa sound like to you guys? That's a good question. Wow. Okay, well, we've got a pretty good draw here with the Longbow. Just need to hit our mana. I'm going to keep this. I mean, we've got part of our puzzle, and we've got a whole lot of drawing. I'll keep this. I've never had all 4 in a row, so. But seriously, that's the question of the day. Maybe you can type it out there, Little Fight, if somebody's not listening and they're just reading. How the fairies kind of replace themselves. I'm going to go like this. Go get an island, drop a Fae, and maybe we can just win in the air. Murasa sounds African, and you don't look the part. Well, I guess we're all African, as anthropologists have proven, right? It's always funny when people have any sort of racist tendencies. It's like, do the math, people. We were all from there, whether you're of the religious persuasion or the scientific one. Yeah, Polynesian, that's a nice one. What was that joke in, You know what? I think I'm going to play the Fae, and then I'm going to just play the Falls. It's going to be nice to have 2 green access points here. Polynesian +1. I think so too. Fun. I like that. My uneducated vote goes for that. I think there was a Chevy Chase, maybe it was Fletch or something, and they tried to play some accent. I might be forgetting the movie, or not remembering it correctly, but I think they used the phrase Dutch Swahili. Every once in a while when I've had a few too many and it comes up. That's quick on the front of my tongue. No. Well, at least it's not some big heavy hitter. Why not get the Mana Dork going online there? Rock on. All right. Here we go. Time to draw some cards. Get a little aerial assault going. Yes. Draw a card, please. If it's a ninja, I will stop here. If not, I think I'm going to go all in with this. I already played a land, right? Yep. All right. Play this. He might have taken out his life gain. Oh, that's going to be a force next turn. And I'm just going to keep the aerial assault going here. I'm going to have plenty of Murasa targets. Terrifying Presence shows up. Now all we need is our kill critter. I met someone on MTGOs whose name was Dutch Oven. I've played them. Yes. I was gushing about Tom Hanks and the man with one red shoe. And she had no idea what I was talking about. Who are we talking about here? Huh? Oh, all the Fletch movies, yes. I get it now. Sorry, I had to read up. I don't always read chronologically. Sometimes I just pick something out and go. But chat's not going too crazy today, so I don't have any excuse. I think right before all these Twitch errors, boy, there were some days there where it was like, damn. Like, it felt like I should just stop interacting because there was like a different show going on in the chat, and I was doing my thing, and it kind of made playing a little bit easier, but I felt like a bad host. Yeah, it's pretty rare when I play somebody new. Like, I look at their name and I'm like, because it's funny, I don't have a thing for names vocally remembering them or being able to, like, I meet you at a party, shake your hand, tell me your name's Chuck Jones, 3 seconds later, I don't remember your name. But if I see it written, I'll remember. If I guess it's just part of being a visual person. But I hear a lot of men are that way with names. I know I could probably never be a CEO or anything like that, having to hobnob with people, because I'd just be like, excuse me. And I'm very blunt. If I don't know a word, I'll ask you, which gets really uncomfortable when the person that said the word doesn't know it. But I've always been crazy curious that way. All right, so if no life shows up, we might just have an air assault going on here. Bonus Chicken still wins. I love Bonus Chicken. That's a great name. Or Pauper. I forget which one of you is named Pauper. I know it's. I don't think it's the same online, but I was like, oh man, if I had a time machine, I want to go back and get that name. Pauper. Maybe that'll be my name once another 10 years go by, right? Yikes, this terrifying presence is going to be needed for alternate strategies. This is when we want to see Ambush Viper. Oh boy. See, you kind of have what we need, but it's just not enough, not early enough. They just got, I even thought of playing Essence Ward myself, but it's just, you know, they once they start amplifying stuff with this and this, it's over. So I think we're going to be 2-2 after this one, right? Yeah, we beat Burn and Tron and lost to Delver, and looks like we're going to lose to Elves. But I told you at the top of the show that these sorts of things would happen. Man, I love this. Love these old art lands. Ah, love it, love it, love it. A little mystery to that one. Very cool. You should have named one of your LD lists Pauperganda. Ooh, man, see, sometimes you hear an idea and it just makes you jealous. That's one of them. You're right, I should have. But now it's yours. Darn it. Well, we have Terrifying Presence. It's not going to do much. We could play Musical Chairs with the Longbow. Trinket Mage isn't going to be able to do much. See, I mean, we're so dead here. This does come online, but you know, if I activate it, then we're dead because of Timberwatch. Well, let's see. He's got one card. 3, 4. Yeah, it'd be too close to dead if we did that. I've got it out. I'm going to go, so our lands are right. We're going to have to Terrifying Presence just to stay alive here. So I might as well attack. I don't know why the damn Well-Wisher is going to make everything irrelevant anyway. I was hoping that maybe we had a little ray of hope, and sometimes they'll take out the life gain when a deck doesn't hit that hard like this one. But that's another question for you guys out there. The drawback of this deck, I mean, you will have times, it probably won't happen today on live, we've only got one more round, but where it's just kill that, ninjas and trinket mages are going. And I used to have Bone Splitter in here because, you know, you can fetch it and trade with affinity. I think I might go back to adding one Bone Splitter just so there's a little bit more finish. But other than Bone Splitter, you guys think of something kind of organic to the deck that would make this clock speed up a little bit. It has a lot of counter magic, it's got a lot of removal, a lot of neat tricks, but I think I'm going to try to make this guy go all out. He knows what we're hanging on to here. Hey, man, he can't even attack with that either, huh? Darn it. I'm going to wait for you, sir. Is this enough to kill me? Let's see. 12, 15, 17, 23. Darn it, it's enough. I was hoping we could like stabilize at 1 life. I'll choose this one not to do any damage. I just got a vines, be like, eat it. Feels very tier 9 when you don't have a poison creature out. Shame Trinket Mage can't get Volshock Morningstar. Yeah. That's the 2/2 bonus, right? Yeah, I've been trying to make that new compass work in Dominaria. It's so neat. It's like, but it's just, it's a spot in the deck, and there's so much mana fixing now that, well, that's kind of cool. But you see, I mean, we're so dead here because, well, because we're so dead. 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't get us there. I mean, I guess what we'll play it, and we'll hit the Quirion Ranger with it this turn, and we're still dead. I'll just block a bunch of stuff. Maybe we can survive one more turn if our opponent does something, but like I said, this is usually how it is, guys. This is it's always funny when they activate the Timberwatch and thinking they're going to save something from, like, oh, is he going to do it? Oh, okay, he's just gaining life. Yeah, this guy really knows what he's doing with this matchup. A lot of times people kind of negate that life gain there, but it's just completely, even if all of a sudden we are able to wrap the board right now, it's like 47, that's a lot. Of course, when ninjas are attacking and trinket mages, you can put a nice chunk into somebody's, but yikes. Yeah, this is over. All right. off to the last round. We're 2-2. One of my favorite pet decks. Make no mistake, it's a pretty good deck. We're trying to play even here this next round. Let's go for it. And like I said a few times already, I did top 20 with this in one of the big Pauper challenges. And you know, the right scenarios show up. I mean, it's true of any deck though. It can do pretty decent, but it's a hell of a lot of fun to play though. Always got options. Sometimes too many. That's why I border sometimes. Sometimes I'll play 20 lands and like lose one ninja or something like that. But now with the what do you call the miscreants? You've got to kind of respect that early play into ninja draw. So that's why, you know, I went up to 4 there. So anyway, well, at least we're not gonna 0-5 or 1-4. I think we're either headed to 3-2 or 2-3. Let's get the drum roll going. Hey, while we're waiting around, maybe I should roll to a commercial here. Instead of staring at the screen. We'll save it. But yeah, Polynesian. I think that one won the Murasa last name. Next time I'm at the airport. Too bad Caltrops isn't legal. Yeah. Oh God, I love that card. There is Bone Flute. If somebody could bring that up, that'd be pretty cool. I've thought of making a Bone Flute deck. Yes, I have. But yeah, even that though, if Caltrops were legal, I mean, they're just gonna bring in their Spider Silk armor. It will slow them down, but it's just such an explosive deck. Convolute. Bone Flute. Remember the space? Yeah. All creatures get -1. Oh, yeah. I was thinking it'd be funny because multiples of those would be so cruel. There are a lot of decks out there. This play, the idea was a artifact heavy, you know, mana fixing and gaining life with your prismatic talismans and sitting there, and once they get up, you know, you got a few fog effects and stuff or removal, and when that doesn't work, I'm just gonna start singing a song, the No Creatures Attack song called the Bone Flute. Woo! All right, I have never played this person before. We were just talking about that. Soya Rasha. Wonder where they're from. I'm gonna keep this. I'm thinking I'm going to have to revisit Preordain. I tend to only want to play that with this build with the Miscreant. I tend to only want to play that when mana's screwed or it's like a last option. It is a very nice option when you have 1 mana. It makes you keep cards of 1 land hands all the time. So that's the biggest proponent. But just wondering, being a flash deck, might be better served to be a Brainstorm, or I'm not sure. Some sort of zoo variant here. All right. Lethargy Trap. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like you get those aha cards against elves, and it's like they just kind of shrug, gain 48 life, and then do it the next turn. It's like, do you have the card again? So that's why when you do go all in against elves with a deck that's bad against it, you are kind of forced, if you really want to beat it, to play like 4 fadeaways. You always have to have it and just, you know, keep them. And even then, you know, if they've got an active priest out, you're screwed. All right, well, we've got Ninja, so I'm going to lead with Miscreant here because we most probable play next is a land. And so we're going to do that. Maybe turn on our Ninja. But I'm thinking of cutting the Ninja to 3 again. I don't know. It's tough with the Faerie Miscreants. Huh. He's already played a land. Something tells me to block this. You guys think I should block this? No, I'll let it through, but boy, I want to. If I don't draw a land, I'll be like, darn it! All right. Well, that kind of sucks. Let's see what we're going to see. Preordain, baby. This tells something's going to be good with that. That's going to be good. Well, let's, we don't have anything to do with that, so let's get our colors right. Gain back our life and attack. Who's in the chat? Come on, chime in there, guys. Been quiet for a while. All these tech issues we've been having lately on Twitch's side of, think we solved them, but when it gets quiet, I get a little afraid because I don't really monitor myself. It takes up too much bandwidth. Oh, that was the play. If we would have blocked, he brings that back. Then it's probably, I guess we're going against some sort of domain variant. I mean, I'm only saying that because this requires three lands to be successful, and he's only got none of them. So I think we're going against some domain that's having a bit of a bad draw. Let's go, says Mr. Ash. I like your enthusiasm. Nice. Am I getting sleepy? Was that like a little pep talk? Got to sit up straighter, talk a little quicker, play a little faster. Hooah! All right. There's probably quite a few 1-drops in this. But it would be nice to turn on the ninja too. Let's do that instead. Probably going to run into some removal here. It's another reason we like the Dispel count where it is. But for right now, we'll go like this. Doink, doink, doink. We'll at least be able to play that. Hey, it worked. Well, there's no tragic slips or disfigures in their future. We'll go like this. Maybe he's on a Chainer's Edict and the Miscreant's going to screw him up. Tribal Flames, yes. This has me so intrigued. I'm working on Snow Domain, aka Snowmane. Nice. I'm hoping to see more of the opponent's deck. Nice. Well, that's the benefit of playing this deck, is you're going to see a lot of it, because we are not the fastest thing in the West, that's for sure. We get our kill package online, and it doesn't matter. We just march over, protect it with counters, and that's the theory anyway. Pulse of Murasa. I'm not too worried about the what do you call Tribal Flames. Of course, sometimes it is funny when they just go zap, zap, zap and get you with all of them. You're like, holy crap, where did that come from? A little clogged here. I'm going to cast our mage. So we've got a good blocker and we've got our poison dudes here. Let's go get our kill spell. Dink. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Be an interesting scenario too to maybe go with more hard counters in a version, lose the Fae package and the ninjas altogether. Would open up 12 cards. You could really lean on the mage to be a like a 4-color deck with your sideboard. Maybe that's how I move it going forward. But so I like blocking here because it's fun to get this dude back with Murasa. We've already got one in our hand, but hey, you know what? He's using a spell like that. That's cool. We still don't take any damage. Murasa goes online. Yeah, riders are a pain. Let me just play this so I can lean on the Spellstutter Sprite. Hopefully I don't stutter when I counter the thing. Horrible joke, sorry about that. Yeah, the riders. Yeah, Domain really had kind of a set in stone build for a while there. It didn't have this Might of Alara. Did have 2 Unearth, if I remember, 2 Brainstorm, and it just was excuse me. It was just way too consistent for how rickety it was. At least when I used to see it in regular tournament play. It's just one of those decks that, like Illusions, it'll show up and it's like the flavor of the month and you'll see it a lot. Huh. I don't think that's worth a counter, especially with him having red out. That spider's probably not going to last too much longer. I'm fine taking 3 off the Nacatl, however you want to say it. All right. Everybody's on the spot. Okay, well, that's a good counterspell target. Doink. So fun when you're building rogue. Oftentimes I don't put blue in a deck, but it just shows you how lopsided the color is. It's just that ability to say no is so powerful. What even is this deck? His or mine? Tribal Flames is now live. That's right. Yeah, well, we know the secrets of the Fire Swamp. All right. If we get a land, it'd be a tempting play to Murasa for the ninja attack. All right. Let's bring this online. Let's let me bring this guy. I don't think our opponent would have all 4 of them in his hand, or all 3 of them in his hand. Could happen. I'm betting it's not going to. Maybe it'll cost me. I don't know. We've got 2 green. Need a 3rd. Here we go. Let's draw a card. Mana's feeling good now. Draw a card. I already played a land. I just click on him. It's a little OCD. Sorry about that. Not that. I think at this stage I'm going to start blocking. We've got double spiders here. I know it'll be a little slow and go to turn them on, but what about going with a life elf package yourself against elves? Give you time to get the bow online. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about the Essence Ward, and I thought of splashing that for builds. It's just when you start, you know, the case comes down to I'm gaining 15 or 20 life, maybe best case scenario, and then they just re-trigger the Vanguard comes through for 80/80, or the Timberwatch Elf triple taps, and it's just all that works just flushed. So that it's like this. It feels like the opposite of that saying win more. It's almost like lose more. It's like, yeah, it helps you feel a little like you're kind of being proactive in your own demise, but in the end it's just splat. You know, you're still gonna get hit. But no, good suggestion, my friend. I don't mean to shoot the idea down. It's just I've been there, done that, and I'm just trying to prevent you or other people from falling into that trap of hopefulness. Hope's a great thing. Usually. I'm just going to block here. My clock might be a little bit faster if I would stop killing Trinket Mages, but our opponent probably doesn't know that we've got Murasa, so I'm going to equip that. Hopefully I just draw a basic here. And like that. Pretty sure he's got maybe at least 2 Tribal Flames. They're waiting for that Nakatl to do the work and get us down to like a kill range, but I'm going to shut that off pretty quick here. That's why I want a basic, so I can equip the bow and do the Murasa thing. Alright, don't mind that at all. Let's keep in mind there's 3 kill cards, because he's going to fill up his hand here with 3 more, bringing him to 6, but we're going to know 3 of them. That is interesting. The Well-Wisher. I immediately went to Essence Warden, but just for the sheer volume. But yeah, that's very interesting. But again, it's still in that same boat of like, you know, you're able. Let's say there's 80 elves on the board. Okay, you gain 80 life, and then they triple tap the Quarian Ranger and, you know, hit you for 240, and it's like, oh Jesus! It's like, thank you. May I have another? So this is what's so cool about the Recluse. It's just able to I'll trade with these guys. I don't give a crap. Oops, not that way. Don't attack. Sit back on my counter magic and wait for the best. Chop down these Squadron Hawk numbers. Next turn I will Murasa. I promise. Cool, cool. All right. Sneaking in the damage. So I think we're going to be kind of we've kind of stultified the creatures here. Even a Aura Gnarlid right now is just dead meat. But we've got to protect that, because it's nice to have so many poison critters out. Sometimes I've caught myself forgetting that I'm the counter player here. Let's see, 6 cards in his hand. He can only do that one time. I'm going to let that through. I've got 2 more poison dudes here. If he casts like a Gnarlid here, I can at least counter it. No sense in getting counter happy. I'm always teasing people for being that way. Go ahead, look at your cards there. Pretty cool artwork there. But I don't know if that, hopefully that made sense to everybody regarding elves versus elves when you're not playing elves is a nice way to hold out for a little bit. And you know what? I might give the Well-Wisher a try in that maybe that little bit would have been enough to ping everything, but it's just so, it's such an uphill battle. It's like, you know, hey, put on these socks with glass on the inside and run up this hill, and here, let me take one of your lungs too. You can get there. It might happen. You might cross that finish line, but smart money says you're not going to do it. And that one spot or two is much better served at being more consistent against other decks. So that's when we wish we had the Viper here. Thank you, Viper, for showing up very late to the party. Let's see. Let us turn on Z Ninja. No surprise here. I'm just going to do it to get ahead on life. Yeah. We're at 22. I want his removal to be spent on the ninjas. I'm going to come at him with both of these because he's going to want to block both of them. This is scaring me when these stupid little Dell support crap things happen, because there was one time I had good show going and that thing was just, it just starts going, hey, you want to do this now? You want to do this? And it starts interrupting the feed, and then it really clashes with the game show software, or at least it did. And it just gets maddening. You're like, leave me alone. It's like, I had this computer on for like 6 hours straight. Why are you doing it now? Check for everything, and it still does it. So, all right, let's bring this back. Zap, bing, pow, boom. Just want to get Ninja online because we know they're running Tribal Flames and Lightning Bolts. I don't really want those pointed at my Ambush Viper. But now we've got Counter and Ambush Viper, so he's probably wondering, why didn't he play the Miscreant? Yeah, against elves, you really just need to stick Death Ping package before they can go too wide. Oh, I know, T-Core. And just wipe them out. That's when 2 bodies with a longbow on them is great. Yep, it's just getting to that 3rd or 4th turn, because boy, by then they've got, as we saw, Exhibit A, right? Games 2 and 3 of the very last round, just bing, 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 bing. It's like, okay, well, I took out 4 guys in 1 turn, still wasn't enough. So I don't mind this coming out. It's not counter worthy. Although turn 3 is almost too late. That's I think you were writing that probably while I was saying it, or vice versa. Or I guess that's the same thing, right? What? I need more coffee. All right. There's the beast. Tapped out. So I'm going to let that through. Yep. It's just, there's not much to worry about here. Viper it up. Ping. Let's equip this stuff. Start blocking some fools. We'll drop this here. We've got counter magic. We've got a sky blocker. This is feeling really good. We've got, I mean, in theory, we can kill both of his creatures this turn. Now he drops, what's that, Swirling Sandstorm. It's like, oh, that'd be some interesting tech with main deck rioters. Sorry. Royators. They'd be even bigger. They'd be on roids, right? Yeah. All right. Last round. Looks like we're going to win this one and go 3-2 with one of my favorite little pet decks. I just love this thing. So fun. All right, Mr. I'm killing that. I'm just going to let that 6 cards. I've got another spider. Something tells me to block this, but I'm not gonna. Really like Slagworm Armor and Death Touch list. Let me block almost anything and kill whatever I block. Yeah, I did a similar thing with First Strike. I think First Strike Death Touch just read up is just nuts. In fact, I was looking so hard to sneak First Strike into this because sometimes that's what kills you against Hexproof. When Tranquility doesn't show up, obviously it kind of neuters this whole game plan of this deck because, you know, I can't really target anything outside of maybe a big Gnarlid. But, yeah, the ability to, that First Strike, it's like, well, Poison First Strike meets 90-90 First Strike, don't matter. It's still going to take it down. What I like about Infect with First Strike in the whitelist is just it does that damage first, completely neuters the creature, and then it's over. Well, I like that he's targeting that with that. I think I just let that through. I'll just equip it again. All right. Not going to get counter happy here. Does he got the other one? I thought that said Litophyte's Curse. It's like always playing Deluxicov with burn when I'm playing life gain. That'd be a good Magic card. It wouldn't make any sense, but it'd be pretty funny. Yeah, I gotta watch my time here. It's game 1. Of course, they're in about the same boat too. So, all right, I'll ping the one that's alive. March over with the ninja. Rinse, repeat. Hopefully, rinse, repeat. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom. Let me go like this. And then like this. I should technically probably draw here first, but I've got enough mana. Doubt we're going to walk into something we haven't seen yet. Ha. Drawing cards. Come on, be something good. Yeah. How about another Murasa? Hey, that's pretty good. Nothing like the best card in Magic. Might be debatable, but it can at least stop most best cards. I used to like this artwork the most, and now it's kind of leaving me a little... I like the new Jace one. That looks the most mysterious. This one's just a little cheesy. Used to be the only black border around for a while outside of the Jazzercise counterspell. Ugh. Fairy's Curse. Any permanent has phasing. Phasing. Where did that go, right? So he's got two more hawks, or one more hawk in hand. Yeah, this is just where it gets ugly. I probably will protect that second Recluse now that I've got double counterspell. Hey, it's an Arlid. Don't really care. I'm just going to kill it. This is when the deck works right. You know, you go up against a deck that's just trying to kill you with creatures, and you're able to do this. So, yeah, phasing is just incredibly like, huh? Just so weird. Everybody was that way. We will kill that. And then we're going to kill the Skyfisher here. I am going to play this, and I might trip it. I'll get a Murasa here. It'd be kind of nice, but I'll come on over with this. Less creatures, the better. Go ahead and trade. Better than letting my ninja through. Guess not. All right. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Come on, Murasa. Where have you been hiding all my life? Bottom. I've got enough creatures. Bottom. Wow. Well, this is a pretty overconfident hand. This is one of those, I wish there was a show your hand button that would probably make the person scoop. That'd be a neat feature, right? All right. So we're up a game against Domain. Murasa kind of puts us as out of range. It might have been scary otherwise, but Tranquility is going to be a backbreaker here. You think? But I only think one. I don't know. I don't really mind if they get all their colors. Except that whatever hate they have for enchantments or artifacts is probably going to be red base, so one Tranquility might be good. I still absolutely love Trespasser's Curse against elves. Yeah, now something like that can shut the door. Right, what are we playing against here? All right, now Tribal Flames, that's a sorcery, right? I'm thinking Dispel kind of very lacking in this matchup, as is Relic. We've already opened up 4 spots. Tranquility is good in this matchup. Yes, sorcery. Yeah, but would you bring in 2? I think I'm only going to bring in 1. Actually, they had journeys too, so I will bring in 2 there. Maybe arrows might be kind of cool. All right, Deshaun McCown, I will do that. Like everything else, I think 2 Terrifying Presence just to get us out of oh crap country. Actually, I'm thinking the 4th Pulse I like in this matchup because truly it's just going to be burn versus attrition with the creatures here. Last spot, I think I bring in a Terrifying Presence. Maybe a Gnarlid gets out of hand and we don't have our stuff online fast enough. All right, guys, what do you think of that? Let me see. All right. And don't go anywhere after this. Might roll a commercial, come back, discuss the Boros list that I've been working on with Methodical, and then we'll wrap it up. So, go. All right. A lot of W's. So many outings. This is such a nice day. It's like we're back. Everybody's. I'm fired up and refreshed. The screen isn't doing the bouncy thing. Twitch is working right. The latency's boom, boom, boom. So, yeah, for you, Mr. Ash. Yeah, we'll have to make sure to check out our YouTube page if those are new to you, because I'm sure they're definitely old to me in Little Fight. But it is nice when people are new to the channel and they see those. It's like, hey, check this out. All right, we'll keep this. Just a very honest assessment of the ratio of this deck. This is usually the kind of hands I see when I'm just playing casually. It's just about 2 to 3 mana, and stuff to do each turn. It's a fun deck. Yeah, Stellar Anti-Issue Show. Yes, interesting card. Tad too expensive. Which one are we talking about, guys? Ooh, Manic Fold. Good to hear from you. Yay, here in Germany, vacation's begun. Nice. Yeah, Little Fight and I have been on a permanent vacation for a few months now. All right. We've got no other play. We might as well drop this. What's neat too with this build is that when you're in a pinch and you just need to use a Ambush Viper as a Doomblade, with access to Murasa, you don't feel like you're throwing your investment in the garbage. You just go get it back, and then hey, now it's time to equip it and turn it into a Gatling gun. Good times. Germany, so many neat places there. My son just did some. He likes that show Attack on Titan, and they found some place in Germany where it's like identical looking to the Attack on Titan architecture and stuff. And if anybody's a fan of that show, it's pretty cool. I've been geeking out hardcore on Naruto. I finished it. Now I started the second one. And, at first glance, I would have thought, oh, just a little kid show. I liked Hunter X, thanks to somebody out there. It might have been Shiraz. It might have been, I forgot who got me into that. And then we went through Attack on Titan, which was amazing and creepy. And then now I'm into this, and it's just tell me I would be into that. I'd be like, yeah, you're crazy, but it works. All right. Well, if they've got removal, they're going to play it here, but we're just going to bring out our Spider for save a little bit of life for this, so the Squadron Hawks don't eat us alive. So Titan is so good. Yeah, it's so funny you say that to Sean McCown. So I'm watching with subtitles on, and you think by now how many hundreds of episodes I've seen, I'd know Japanese, but I don't. I just Ichi ni Sanchi go and certain phrases, but very dense when it comes to that languages. However, when I am given the option to not read and just listen, you'd think, oh, who wouldn't want to take that? It's completely different. The characters it shows you how much voice has to do with a person's personality, because it's not even a good show at that point. You're just like, whatever. I always like that play, being able to put a presence on an Evolving Wilds. Be careful, though, when you click on it, because sometimes you accidentally sacrifice it and you lose 2 cards. Yeah, Bavaria. Yeah, it looks like it. That's right. So, yeah, when we go on our European vacation sometime, I think this next year or two, we've got some weird things like, I'm getting so tired of going to Hawaii. We live right by the beach, so it's like, we're going to Hawaii. I'm not going to complain about that, but it's like, it's just kind of a different version of a beach. So, ooh, that would really hurt him, wouldn't it? Actually, it wouldn't. They could trip that. I think I'm going to wait for that to be even more of a backbreaker. What do you say? Let's play this and just turn on our Trinket Mage. Why didn't they attack? That was strange. Our mana's right, so now all we really need is our combo piece. We'll do that and pass the turn. Here we go. Yeah, Titan's just downright creepy. That's a really good way of drawing scary stuff. The what would you call it? The juxtaposition of the faces with the bodies, and they have the wrong. It's the very basis of horror when you are able to make something uneasy. That's where it always begins. And when you have this terrifying thing with this face that doesn't match, and it has the wrong expression for what's happening, and it just stays there in like this grimace, and you're like, oh man, it just gives you the chills. And yeah, it's almost every other one of them. I'm like, wow, that's a cartoon that can cause some nightmares. Yeah, Attack on Titan. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry if I wasn't clear. I like this. He's using all the burn instead of to our head because I don't see any Murasas going on here. I drop one of these Tranquilities here pretty soon. It might be over quick. We'll see. I got a bit of an insurance package against it, I guess. Let's go get blue. I can Viper. Play this. Now I've got Counterspell or Viper. I'm still going to wait on the Tranquility. Curious why he isn't tripping his other hawks. What's up, Pauper? Yeah, I couldn't watch Attack on Titan. Slade Zeno. And those giants were creepy as all get out. Yes, especially or the little like baby head, and they're just it's just so random. I love whoever created that. It's just that's some nightmare worthy stuff. And my oldest is really, he's kind of a lightweight when it comes to horror. I'm ashamed because I grew up loving horror, but yet he liked that, and I was like, dude, that's creepy. I'm like, yet he's watches movies like, what is it, Bride of Chucky or something, and thinks it's scary. I'm like, oh gosh, you got so much to learn. All right, there we go. Gotta be careful with this Counterspell, not overdo it. Yowza. Well, there's our target number 1, right? End of turn. Creature! Voila! Flash Gordon, baby. Whack. I'll at least turn this on. Play this. Dun, dun, dun. Slade Zeno says, yeah, it was just too much for me to handle. Which is funny because I love horror stuff. My problem with any sort of Japanese anime, I love it, seen most of it by now, but I just can't keep the names straight. It's funny what cultures do to you, because if the names are, well, I was just talking about that about an hour ago about how bad I am with names, but man, very, very rare exception. It has to sound very Western or distinctly different. There's just too many names ending in vowels, and just like, oh yeah, it's the guy with the crazy hair, or it's the guy with the patch on his eye, or that's how I always refer to stuff. Okay, fortunately that's going to target our dude. Let's kill that in response because we know our Viper is going away. But what's cool is we're going to Tranquility and get it back. Journey to Nowhere is so powerful, but man, sometimes it can be such a liability. I know when I play Infect, I love when people have Journey to Nowhere, that end of turn Nature's Claim on it, and it's like having a haste green Infect creature. That's terrifying. I will block that all day long. I got to keep my life total very respectable against this, knowing that they've got access to 4 Tribal Flames and Lightning Bolts, but he's already used 2 of those. But in theory, we could be dead next turn if he's got all of them in his hand. Not after I Tranquility. Zappo! Come on, play one more enchantment. You know you want to. Do it. Do it. Okay. So we'll play Tranquility, and it will turn into a 2/1 Death Touch. Ambush Viper. Pretty good quote on this if I remember. Living creatures seldom impress me, but I like this one. Cool little quote. I like when everything gets the... it's tempting, but we're going to Tranquility now. Get our creature back. Zap! Lots of stuff going to fall off. I hated that it was subbed just because there was so much going on artistically. Yeah, that's the one thing, Tikor. It is, I call it read vision. I can wake up in the morning, fully rested, watch 1 hour of anime and fall asleep. There's something about reading and just triggering sleep with me. And I can, it sounds like an insult to the show, and it has nothing to do with that. I'm really into it, but I'm just like, I go out quick. All right. That is not an option now. He's probably going to trip the wilds for a red. and finish off our Viper. I think we're gonna about time to go get the Recluse with Murasa. It'd be nice if we got another land here. We're kind of teetering out. Ooh. All of a sudden, that's not very scary. Normally, that's a terrifying card. I don't know what I'm waiting on. I have to do this. It's strange how I didn't trip that. At least we're going to be able to kill one thing. And no, I was just talking about not putting out both longbows when you don't need to. If he has, very likely he could have Ancient Grudge, and you're just giving him a free play if you put it all out there. The purist in me wants to, you know, get rid of my hand and keep as many options on the board, but not when this happens. So given our hand, the Murasa and the Recluse already in the yard, if this goes down, I will block the Gnarlid. Oh, I guess that's not going to happen. And probably I could still get really big. So that's 9 life that we saved due to our dudes. Note to self, we took out Dispel and all the lightning bolts show up. I guess that happens. So we're going to be close to 20 life here. I got to watch my time. So does he. It's a long game. All right. There's that. No Tranquility. Just give me a land, please. Good lordy. All right, I'll go get a damn land. I can cast this. Really want Recluse. If I grab this, I can still cast the Ambush Viper. Clunky. I'm going to do it. Hate doing this. I'll play it. Come on, I want to have some access to blue here. 2 Ash Barrens out. It's a first for me. Making me uncomfortable. Alright, again, I'm going to do this as a bluff play. So hopefully he doesn't attack with it in a coddle, but I'm sure he will. Or her. Yeah. Well, I got to play like... I did just gain 6 life, so... Riders! Yikes. He's keeping a steady stream out, and pinging one thing a turn isn't doing enough. Ah, there's some life. Good. Okay. Crappy Ash Barren draw. Let's go like this. Now I can block that. Ping that. Not without its drawbacks. I should probably just try to stay alive as long as possible. I've got Counterspell online. That's nice. I doubt that they bring in Pyroblast, but they might. If I said it before, I'm sorry, but it is so good to see everybody again. Our little online family here. Hopefully we're going to 3-2 on the day. It's always fun when you play something that's not supposed to win via rogue or whatnot. It's 5-6. Boy. I'm just going to kill that. Take 6. Ooh, this is getting grim quick. I got to stay focused though. Come on, Travel Flames, what you got? And great that you're back from your vacation. Thank you, Nimchimsky. Anyway, see that Facebook video I did of the island. I remember about 4 years ago I went there and took a really neat photo. Everybody wanted a copy of it. And then I'm going to counter that. He might be able to get me to 2 with Tribal Flames, but I can't deal with that many creatures right now. I've got to nix it. But I took a video of it this time instead. Oh, maybe he doesn't have Tribal Flames. How strange. Yay, our blue's showing up. This is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check this play out. Oh, yeah. Doing it, son. All right. And keep that bow in my hand. Watched your last show on Twitch after the fact. It was not posted on YouTube. Oh. Oh, yeah, that was that's King Burnout, and there was just a lot of stuff that I get into this mode of operations where I right after the thing, I do this thing, and I got interrupted, and then vacation, it was like, got to get on the plane, and yeah, I just never got around to it. One of the worst ones, though, so not missing much. All right, this is going to be close. This is going to be really close. Boy, he's just hoarding these Squadron Hawks, isn't he? I'm going to block here. And I'm going to shoot the Skyfisher. Logic being, he's got Squadron Hawks in his hand, and we've already got a bow online. This way I take one. Yeah, no, I know it feels that way. If you want me to post it, I will. Let's see. Cause confusion at this point. Be like, 2 shows in one day? What? I can't counter that. Come on. You can only cast 1 due to our nice little Tranquility there. No, I posted plenty of 1/4s. We had one historic 05, I think. Forget what that one was. It was close. I think it was a 1/4 or something bad. Yowza. All right, sucker. No cards in hand. Hell bent. Boy, we really want a Murasa here. All right, I got to shut up and play. I've got 7 minutes. If I don't win this one, it's going to be rough. Boy, sometimes you just... Okay, slow down a little bit, even though I'm in a hurry. Yeah, Reckless is the play. Down. Life comes back. Creature comes back. Counterspells are back. And... we'll play. I think that was it. They all run together. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I just played this list, and then I'll look real quickly, and I'm like, oh my god, it's been like 5 months since I played this, or something like that. Because I've, you know how it is. You play on a Wednesday, and then you play maybe the next day, and then it runs together. Because I don't always remember having a mic in front of my face. No creatures. I can just kill that. I'm still not going to counter that. You can go draw your card. I've got to preserve my life here. And get this card back. And it comes. Not worth countering that. Where are the Tribal Flames? 2 Murasas to go. Oh, I love that. Man, if you ever want to play tournaments and such, don't ever, ever, ever do that. If you missed it, they go get something and then they play it, and they don't need to be hellbent right now. It'd be so much scarier for me if I didn't know what the heck they had. I'm going to bring this online. So this way we'll be able to block a hawk and kill the Skyfisher. It's going to take a while, but we'll get there. I think we're going to win with ninjas fire blasting in the blue persuasion here. 7 reference. Ooh. Oh yeah, what's in the box? God, it's one of my favorite movies. Like I said, my son and his girlfriend are over, and they're watching these scary movies, and not even, you know, scary, just that shock, silly drive-in, you know, for people under 18 or something. But it's like, I almost recommended to them, I'm like, you want to see a real... I was going to tell them to watch 7. It's like, that's like psychological horror too. This stuff's nasty. All right. Get your 3/3. It's okay. Same thing will happen next turn. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to hardcast this dude. And we're going to wait around. Got nice end of turn. So this is a really good deck if you're impatient like me, but you want to play control. Because it's like, oh, I didn't get to counter anything that turn? I'm just going to play a creature. Like optimizing your mana every turn. It's good times. All right, I see red coming down. It's time to do something. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. That's why we don't play 2 of these, so that if something goes south, they don't zap both of them right now. He's still going to be able to. But we've got the other one in our hand. Hopefully that's the only thing they've got. I'll shoot this now. Pink. Problem is flyers. But if he flies, we're going to be able to draw plenty of options here. Yay! I foretold of that example turns ago, and here it comes to fruition. So I'm just happy. Now it's not in the yard. Yard. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Thank you, sir. Sometimes I can play okay. Went online. Whoop. I wish ninjas worked with the bow. That'd be cool if it was just if they do damage. I wouldn't blame this guy if he got a little salty. I mean, who plays Tranquility, right? Silly old bald dudes. Damn, it's powerful, though. Anti-punt. Little conundrum there, isn't there? All right. Let's draw 2 cards. So I'm pretty sure we're going to go 3-2 here. Unless he's playing Treasure Cruise somehow. Well, that kind of sucked. God, wouldn't that have been nice to have a little Murasa overload there? But it's nice our ninjas are at least going to be able to strip our hand. Owner's Grace is another card I've often thought, but it's just... I've gotten to that stage of the game. Usually I've got things pretty... Oh, no, that sucks. That sucks. He's playing 2 of them, and he drew them back to back. All right. Well, at least one ninja's going to be dead here. I think he's afraid of me drawing too many lands there, but yeah, outside of, what is it called? Well, Reclaim will do it, but there's Reconstruction too. I've thought of a lot of ways to try to get dead bows back, but it's not that good in the Simic colors. All right, well, we're the aggro here. At least we know that. Got 4 minutes. Opponent's Hellbent. That helps. If he does draw Tribal Flames, we'll be at 7. If he doesn't block here and he thinks about that, he doesn't know. That's why I didn't play the Recluse yet. I think a really good play here is to not block, because he could... no, he'd need double power. Let's draw some cards. Come on, give me some counters and let me gain some life. Counters and life, counters and life. Come on, give me some counters and life. All right, there's some life. Let's see. Well, at this stage, I think I'm just going to get a Trinket Mage. Big fat body, can block stuff. I'll play this dude out. Set this up. Yeah, I'm just going to go Alpha Strike here. If he is doing Sandstorm, I don't know why he would with this creature count. That wouldn't make much sense. We still have a flyer or 3. Hey, look at that. We're all out of stuff. All right. Well, it's a 2/2 body. Expensive bear. When it dies, try to artifact a card to your hand. Yeah. 3 for... You know what I thought of playing in this, believe it or not. Hear me out. Brassman. You could fetch it with Trinket Mage. Turns on Ninja early. And if I ever lost the Fate package, I might run Brassman because it... all right, so my little pet favorite here went 3-2 on the day. Had a few salty rounds there, but kind of a welcome back sort of stuff there. So Monzito worst. All right, yeah, we used to have a Bone Splitter in this for years, and I guess if you go back and watch the video, I've got pretty good explanations for why I lost it. But for the most part, it was well. It was only good against Affinity, and it was like the last thing I ever fetched. And when I saw it, it was always when I didn't need it. So the deck is already so fine-tuned, I didn't want to have any fluff in there. But definitely maybe a sideboard option. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'm going to roll the one commercial, use the restroom, and then I'm going to come back and talk about the new deck I've been working on with Methodical. Anyway, I'll be right back, so don't go anywhere.
Fellow Spellslingers, welcome to Rogue's Corner. We have been getting transmissions from our commenters out there, messages that you guys want to delve into new deck ideas. We hear you. We want to talk about them too. This time I'm going to talk about an idea I came up with a few months back that Dee and I have been fine-tuning since. This deck is called Simic Advance. It uses free shield spheres and recurrence-generating Dreamstalkers to abuse the evolve mechanic and quickly build 1 or 2 heavy hitters while cluttering your ground space with the walls and stalkers for defense. It uses Trinket Mages to grab extra walls or an artifact land of a needed color, or any of the single mana casting cost toolbox cards in the deck or sideboard as needed. One of our viewers, Eli Grill, has some questions about what we consider when brewing new decks. They included, how fast should it be to keep up with the meta? What tricks do we use to maintain a deck's consistency? And how much interaction in a deck do you shoot for? As far as I'm concerned, brewing is the best part of Magic. To that end, the first thing I like to think about is, what haven't I seen before? What can I do that's new? In this case, it was make at least one of the Simic mechanics actually viable in a constructed deck. I don't remember Graft or Evolve making much of a splash in the Pauper community, and I've always really liked the flavor of Simic. Graft is interesting, but I couldn't really come up with much. So Evolve is what I focused on. At the time, I was getting crushed often by mono-black control, so I wanted to get a lot of creatures out fast to avoid edict-style effects. And if I did that right, they should pump up my heavy hitters past the most common damage-style removal like Lightning Bolt and Disfigure. So I needed to put out a lot of big creatures fast. But big creatures are expensive. That's where Shield Sphere came in. It's a 0/6 wall for free. At first, I continued down this road and grabbed Ornithopters and Pyrexian Walkers too. That didn't have enough teeth for the deck. Then I realized that the Dream Stalkers would allow me to recast the spheres, which would further trip the Evolve mechanic and wipe any counters off the spheres as well. Stalkers have that big butt too. This, in a way, is my answer to Eli's question about consistency. I really aim for high synergy, so that any parts of the combo work with any other to a 1 + 1 = 3 effect. I try to avoid the hard combos because they're so easy to break, especially for blue. I want to have beneficial effects even if my Evolve creatures don't come up. For consistency though, I went for 10 Evolve creatures too. The obvious choices for me were Cloudfin Raptor and Shamble Shark, so 4 of each of those. The last 2 were kind of up for grabs. The rest of the Evolved creatures available in Pauper, except for Crassus and Croc Urana, are not usable for this deck. Crassus has Trample, that's viable, but the Croc has Reach, and a bigger butt, thus a better chance to pump the other 2 beaters, so I chose 2 Crocs. If there was any other 1 or 2 casting cost Evolved creature, I would have chosen that instead. How fast should a deck be to keep up with the meta? This is a complicated question. I think it depends on how you define fast. The need for common ground in which to discuss this is particularly necessary, since in a deck like Burn, speed is simply defined as the rate at which you deplete your opponent's life total. Yet with a deck such as Teachings, the rate is meaningless. Those piloting that deck want to take control of the game state in a way that builds card advantage and finally board advantage until they have their enemy in a stranglehold and can kill them at their leisure. So let's use this general term. How fast does it implement its strategy? In my opinion, if you're not laying a solid foundation to your strategy by turn 3, and certainly by turn 4, you are likely to be far behind your opponent. I'm guessing here, but I bet about 70% of Pauper games are won by turn 7. If not, the fat lady is about to sing. How much interaction do you want in a particular list? I think this ties into consistency. Like I said earlier, I think multiple synergies between your cards are key. I want each card to be able to react with 4 others, and my opponents too. Here's a great example. Recently, D gave me a heads up on a card that might be able to solve an issue Simic Advance has with losing its heavy hitters, Alexi's Cloak. It's a blue and a colorless enchantment with flash that gives a creature its enchanting shroud. Excellent protection for my creatures, also a fantastic multi-counterspell against decks like Izzet Blitz. Here's the original build of Simic Advance. Here is where Deluxikov's version stands as of today, and here is where my version stands as of today. Thanks to all of you for joining me on this first outing of Rogue's Corner.
Hey everybody, I'm back. Okay, so I'm going to go over this nice relaxed 3-2 on the day, even money, and a little bit more, the way that works out. Here we go. So I'm going to, just in case you don't want to rewind or whatever, this is what we played today. UG Death Touch, also known as Flash Gordon, also known as Death Deluxe, one of the first decks I put out there that got any sort of press years ago. We have 1 Tree of Tails and 3 Seed of the Synods because we're able to fetch them with Trinket Mage, and this acts as the glue to the deck. 4 Falls, we've got 7 Islands, 1 Forest, 3 Barrens, 3 Dispels, 4 Miscreants, 4 Preordains, 1 Relic, which is very key, more so than Bone Splitter I found over the years, 2 Viridian Longbows. We've got the Fairy package here to counterspell stuff, followed by counterspell, 4 Vipers, 4 Recluse, 4 Ninjas, 3 Pulse of Murasa, 4 Trinket Mages, absence of Pestermite from the last time we played this, which I think we went 3-2 then 2. One of these times we did a 4-1 or something, but I played this quite a few times. And the sideboard, Hydroblast, 1 Macabre, just because of the access to Marasas. It's like we're playing multiples of those. 2 Tranquilities, which we saw the devastating ability of in the last round, which is pretty cool. Last Pulse of Murasa for burn. 4 Terrifying Presence, 3 Serrated Arrows, and 1 Relic. It's funny, too, because one of our only losses was against UR Delver, and that's usually what this deck kind of excels at beating, as most of my rogue lists do. Anyway, one of the other decks, sorry, it sounds like a brag fest, but one of the decks that I'm really known for making was Rallygond, and Methodical definitely one-upped me many times over, winning multiple challenges, not just 5-0 victories with it. And this is the construction of where it stands now. So Rallygon's awesome. I might play it next week. I don't know. It's just a fascinating deck. If you look at my stuff on MTG Goldfish, this list will be there. The biggest changes now is 4 Faithless Lootings, and Tikor and anybody else teasing me about this in Faerie Macabre. This was Methonical's addition. He went from 2 to 3 to 4, and after playing it, and we've adjusted the land count a little bit more, leaning heavily towards red. It's wonderful. It's so strong, and like I said, first time I took it out for a spin last week, 5-0'd with it, I was like, wow. But then, as happens, I got bored, and I'm like, yeah, everybody's seen that. Let's do something different. Enter Rally Red. This is the deck I've been working on. Most of this is actually Methonical's design. What happened was I thought of a similar deck, and then we went back and forth, and he emailed his deck list, which was just different enough, and I played it a few times, and I just got kind of, you know, you have more confidence in other people's stuff, because it's you always, you know, have little doubts and stuff, and he's obviously proven himself over the time. So what the big difference though, I've made some changes because this deck works off the looting package and a lot more streamlined. This keeps up with Delver and drawing cards, and that's saying something. What's really cool about it, aside from access to the 2 colors, is the mana is really consistent. We're at 21 lands. I got 3 Ash Barrens. Let me bring up the little visual aid here. We've got 3 Ash Barrens, 4 garrisons. Why? Because we want to be pitching lands to looting, or, you know, being able to turn on Sen's Enlistment, which is hiding around here somewhere. There you are. Yeah, who wants to look at lands, right? We'll go over this way one more step, and then it'll be all visual friendliness. Anyway, so it comes out fast, and what Methonical's version had the Sacred Cat. And I'm not saying it's bad, good, better, whatever. What I was finding was, like, against echoing tricks and such, I wanted the bodyguard package, and I'm running 2 standard bears main. This has a lot of defense built in. We run 2 armorers, all 4 Luma Threads main. You can play this as a creature, trip the life gain. You can use it in a surprise. The other difference, Rally Red originally had Ramosian Rally, which is a free spell. If you could bring that up, I'd appreciate it. I didn't have it ready, sorry. Gives everything an Anthem effect of +1/+1 as long as you have a plane. Just found I didn't like seeing it for the way I play. But with 4 Battle Screech, Sen's Enlistments, you're able to keep things out. This is the alarming number. And I was like, huh? 4? But then I thought back to my tokens build, which runs the 4 Glorious Anthem or whatever, the effect +2/2. And I'm like, yeah, you always want to see it. It's a great target for looting. You pitch it. Sometimes you get a concession when you have access to red, and they see it, and they're like, I can't win next turn. You got all these little creatures out, Squadron Hawks out, everything's flying, everything's protected, everything's got a big backside, and oops, can't kill that either. So it's been playing really well. It was funny because I liked it, and I was all into it, and so I went out and I got a 3/2 and then 2 4/1s, just barely missing 5-0. And then I had like 2 bad runs with it, and I kind of shelved it, but I'll probably bring it back for next week. Yeah, not the parapet. Right. Yeah, that's right, Tikor. Yeah, Ramosian Rally. Thank you for that, Mchimsky. In the sideboard, we got just 1 Journey to Nowhere, 2 Last Breath, which is incredibly good against Mnemonic Walls and just about everything in the format. Bringing in yourself against Burn. If they have answers to your stuff or want to remove it, you can always do it to yourself and gain 4 life. Nice little anti-Fire Blast. Aura Fracture's there. I wish I had access to this in a lot of decks. This is just really good. You can even bring it in if they're playing a very capsize heavy build. You can stop your lands from going away and target itself if in a pinch. 2 Oblivion Rings, kind of a catch-all for not having like artifact removal and stuff like that, or you know, nice angler effect. 1 Flaring Pain. This ends up in the graveyard very easily with all 4 lootings here, and 4 Pyroblast and 4 Blazing Volleys. Similar. When we go in the skies, we can beat elves and such. Elves isn't that hard with this build, being that we have standard bears and so much life gain and the Alpha Strike and the Prismatic Strands. The problem with this deck is hexproof. And I did dabble with Patrician Scorn. If we can bring that up, I'd appreciate it too. Sorry, I'm really unprepared. I didn't realize I was going to talk about this, or I'd have all these visual cues ready. But it was, yeah, it just didn't feel proactive enough, and Blazing Volley covers a lot of other things. So man, and Chimsky and Shrazamon, you guys are on it. So yeah, that's what I'm leaving off with. I'll probably be playing something like Gond or Rally Red. I mean, that just sounds cool, right? There's so many rallies. There's this rally, there's Ramosian rally, there's well, I guess that's about it in this one, but there seems to be a lot in other stuff. Anyway, I'm going to roll a few commercials, guys, but that's going to do it for here on Pauperganda this week. Thank you for joining me. Back from vacation, all that stuff. We'll be back next week, Pauper time. I'll be online all weekend as usual, the bum I am, and I hope to see all of you. So chime in, say hi, just keep supporting the format and keeping the love alive. See you next time, guys.
If you've been arrested, damaged, or counted, call the experienced attorneys at Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Our lawyers specialize in Azorius law and will fight to give you the justice you deserve. Call 1-800-296-7487 for a free consultation. Even if you've manned a vehicle while hydroblasting, our attorneys are on the stack 24 hours a day.
Goblin, Fairy, Soldier, or Mere, call Jace, Gideon, and Vincer.
Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Call today.
From the volcano of Balaku to the leech-ridden swamps of Agadim, cast off all your inhibition at the only casino in all Dominaria. Experience the pinnacle of personal pleasure. Venture boldly at Rakdos Casino, and may all your underworld dreams come true. Rakdos Casino, the place for premium pleasure.